The Bipolar DM Show, a show about Dungeons & Dragons, indie writing, and living with a mental illness. Watch us live on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WLFE-DB.com, where we interview guest speakers, authors, and subject matter experts in the areas of mental health, living well, and role-playing games. We're proud supporters of Safe Space. For more information, be sure to visit WLFE-DB.com. Watch us live on Strim TV, Variety Unlimited channel. Also, visit our Facebook page at Bipolar DM and see us on twitch.tv/TheBipolarDM. Our webpage is www.thebipolardm.com. There you'll find more information.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalkradio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam! There you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
Try again, buddy. Try again. Yay! Okay. Oh yeah! Good job. Oh.
A small hollow in North Carolina. There have been several Bigfoot sightings.
Hunters may need to be on the lookout for something other than deer when they hit the woods this week.
He hadn't been spotted recently, but according to these pictures, the legendary Mothman is back.
The number of UFO sightings is soaring tenfold over the past 25 years.
Now, she's not talking about people. She is talking about ghosts hanging around what some say is a real-life haunted house.
You're listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy on Paratalkradio.com, a member of the WLFE digital broadcast family. Paratalk Radio is your one-stop for all things paranormal, the unknown, and the supernatural. Join us every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for discussions and guests on topics such as ghosts, hauntings, Bigfoot, UFOs, and more. This broadcast is rated M for mature and is intended for listeners over 16. The topics, views, and opinions expressed on our show may not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Paratalk Radio, our hosts, or our sponsors. Now, live from J-Wolf Productions Studio in Ontario, New York, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
Hi, everybody.
I like it when you put your hair to the side. It looks good that way.
Thank you.
It looks good that way. So, before we get going, Facebook is so screwed up still. I mean, it's still screwed up.
Yeah, it's telling us.
It's not 100%. I have been looking at all the feeds. We're getting, now it's just sending the notifications that we're live.
Oh, Jesus. Are you kidding?
I just got the notification.
Yeah, there's no comments yet.
I just got the notification.
Interesting.
Interesting.
That's so crazy.
It is.
So,
get off there. Wow. So that was me. So Laura Rouse, I see that she's in the house. Hello, Laura.
Hello, Laura.
So there's a couple things. So anyways, we're like, not even us. Even Ron said earlier, he's like, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I mean, he's got his show on right after us.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I'm like, I was so worried that we weren't going to be running on Facebook at all. I thought maybe we were just going to be, I hooked us up to LinkedIn now. So we have a brand new location, which is LinkedIn, and our YouTube pages. Look at that.
I just got my notification. Ron's
lovely girlfriend, or I don't think they're married yet. Shh, don't tell nobody. But anyways, she just shared the page. They are such a cute couple, though. You know what I mean?
That's great.
Yeah, and I keep screwing up her name, and it's actually just pronounced Lords.
What is it pronounced?
Lords.
Lourdes?
Yeah, so it's like, hi. See, now she's in there. Hi. But all right, so
I'm gonna take some medicine, you guys.
Yeah, you take some medicine. Maybe I should be taking it because I gotta put up with you tonight. Oh, snap. All right, so just joking. Hello, Tim Conwell. Thank you for joining us.
To the Cindy.
All right, so let me read this real quick. Lords. Yeah, she's like putting it in there so I understand it. Lourdes. Right, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So our guest tonight is Ron Yacovetti, and I actually interviewed him at Gettysburg, and the whole hour we had went by so freaking fast. It was crazy.
When we were just there, you mean?
Yeah, when we were just there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So anyways, let me read the little bio that I have here for him. It says, Ron began investigating during his 14 years living in Los Angeles.
I have to lick it.
You lick it. Don't interrupt me with a licking thing. Come on now. All right. So this diversity and residents gave him the opportunity to investigate some of the most notable haunts on both coasts, including the Queen Mary, the Oman House, the Shanley Motel, Whitehill Mansion, and the Glen Tavern Inn several times. He has a unique background as a stand-up comedian.
Fun.
Yes. MMA and boxing commentator as well. Also a writer and a paranormal investigator. Ron has hosted and interviewed in a variety of fields driven by a genuine love of connecting with others. So tonight should be a good time, folks. And I'm sorry if we get a little deep.
No, you aren't.
All right, everybody, let's welcome Ron to the show. Hello, Rod.
Hey, Ron.
Nice to be here with you guys again. Thank you for the intro. It is pronounced Lourdes.
Thank you.
Lourdes.
You got that. You got that right. And she will share everybody's show. She's a community player for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We do appreciate that. Robert White from Australia is here, but he is over on YouTube tonight.
He said it's YouTube inclusive.
Yeah.
Well, some people are getting on Facebook, so
I know.
I don't see anybody yet on in the chat from Facebook yet, but
yeah, I got them on the other outlets.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, all day it was get out of my Facebook.
right, exactly. Don't touch my Facebook.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
Don't touch my Facebook.
About Facebook.
Yes.
Don't touch my social media's book.
Yeah, it was
the worst part about it is people, and there were still people that just didn't know, and then
Right.
there are those that, I mean, if they don't watch the news, if they don't really pay attention,
I don't watch the news.
Let me tell you something. If
But you had
Facebook
to tell me.
disappears, if Facebook disappears, what is society going to do? Because every
fine.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying that every social connection we have is Facebook, except for friends that live in your town or your family that lives in your town. The majority of them are there. I mean,
I
we
will
did
learn
not.
from this because I had a reading earlier that I could not get to. Because I couldn't message her. I couldn't do anything because I didn't have her home phone number. So going forward, one of the things I'm going to do is probably use email from now on rather than.
Well, and see, that's what
And
we're
I'm
going to
gonna
be
set
doing
my-
here.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
Emails,
just
phone numbers.
booking through my booking through my website.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to start using, like, I reached out to all of our shows. It's like, guys, if I don't have your phone number, you better get it to me. Because if Facebook goes down and you can't get your shows up and running, how do you think I'm going to contact you?
Yep.
You know, and they're saying 1.5 billion people lost personal information today from Facebook.
How is Facebook
Hello,
so
Dave.
hacker able?
To me, from what I understand, not too long ago, Facebook was one of the most secured social networks in the world. So who knows? But there's so many things that speculation. First off, of why it went down. Nobody has the truth. There's so many different stories going on. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it because I think we need to go dive right in here with Ron. We did not get to that much because as he said it, and so did I, we could have sat there for hours.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had a really good discussion. So you guys go back and look at the video from Gettysburg with Ron, because I'm telling you, it went by so freaking fast.
That's awesome.
It did.
I
It was
love
fantastic.
I love when we have conversations like that, right? It's
Yeah.
just amazing.
He gave me so many compliments. I was blushing. I'm like, oh, shit.
He was fantastic. I could have flipped the script and been interviewing him. He was more interesting than me. I'm like, maybe this is backwards.
Stop it.
It was a good time. It was a good time, and it was an honor to sit there with him at that. That's to me, that's a staple of achievement to not only be represented at Gettysburg like you guys have been every year, but to sit in that chair and sit with you. I thought that was a benchmark. It was an honor to be there.
Oh, well, thank you
that's
so much.
Awesome.
I'm gonna cry.
Aw, Teddy. I have a Kleenex for you, honey.
Oh, I got one too. I don't know about you guys, but I have been sneezing my ass off today.
Yeah,
Today
me too. I think I erased a childhood memory. I'm not sure.
I love it.
Oh my God,
See,
no. So
He's funnier than we are. You know, when I saw in their comedian when I first interviewed him, you know, I saw the whole MMA and all that. I'm like, no, the comedian thing was what caught me. It's like, you know, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Comics are satirists. Comics are humorous philosophers, and it's funny because with my specificity with ITC, you know, instrumental transcommunication, spirit communication stuff. A lot of what I talk when I do a lecture, and this actually behind me is from when I was at the Pine Bush UFO and Paranormal Museum October 1st, past Friday, doing a lecture. The place is beautiful. I have certain technical elements to what I talk about. I get into some of it, but I'm not the same mold as like a ghost box builder. And because of the comedic side and how we look for irony and hypocrisy, and there's a very philosophical take to my points of view and my speaking on stuff, even with ITC.
Wow.
Can you explain what ITC is for those of us that
layman terms? There you go.
Yeah, ITC is instrumental trance communication. It is defined by some of the brilliant people in the field, like Tim Woolworth. Will say the use of a third-party instrument for communication with spirit. It was born out of EVP research. A lot of the European folks who did EVP research started using white noise per advisement from their spirit contacts for an audio support bed to enhance or help the vocals be audible, come through. And there was a German physicist named Dr. Ernst Senkowski, who, in I think it was 94 or 98, coined the term ITC, or in Europe, it's Transcommunication Instrumental, TCI. And he did it purposely to delineate between when you capture something on a device like EVP versus when the device itself is the medium and it facilitates the communication, not just captures it. And for the purposes of real time, because you guys know, you've been doing this for a very long time as well. You do EVP that you usually go home, even a burst session sometimes maybe, but it's usually review. And that's when you'll see what you have. But when you do ITC work, the goal is real-time communication to try to get a dialogue going like we're doing now. And so that he thought that it needed its own term to delineate between capture and review versus communication in the real time, if possible.
Wow, just so you guys know, the Facebook comments just blew up instantly over here. I don't know what happened.
Wow. Yes, we have
see that?
now.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
Moly.
Okay, can I say hi to everybody really quick?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Hi, Chanel. Hi, Bob. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Barry. Hi, Eric. Let's see. So it's interesting because it put in the ones before Robert and after Robert. I think that's really interesting. Hey, Tim Conwell.
Tim Conwell's awesome.
He is awesome. We like him.
I got to see him at the New Jersey Para-Unity Expo.
Hey, Genevieve.
Just recently also.
That's awesome. I know I really wanted to be able to go.
I love Barry Martz's comment. Good news. My computer didn't crap the bed.
Right. Exactly.
That is good news.
Hi, Karen. I don't know where Karen is, but I see that Bob is saying hi to you. So hello, Karen.
Oh, there's a few in here. I mean, they're all over the place. All right. Well, Tim says,
"No way, I'm
no
not.
way.
You are."
No, I'm not. I know. He denies it all the time. He's a good dude, man. That's not denied. That's undeniable.
He says he tells me all the time I'm a pain in his ass. He just I don't know.
That you're what, Teddy?
I'm a pain in his ass. I don't know what it is. Tim doesn't really like me. I don't know what his problem
Stop
is.
it. He does too.
I'm just joking. Robert says some spirits think they are comedians too. Then you have Robin Williams, who is a comedian. What?
From the ether.
Oh, from the ether. There we go.
Yeah, out in the ether. Yeah, that's I know there's a lot of there's videos that get put out where they go, this is the spirit of so and so. Here they are in their own voice. I mean, sometimes they're using sound banks or fragments that are of that person's voice. So if you use their voice and they sound like it, no shock there. And honestly, anybody who does ITC stuff long enough knows that it's not the Facebook portal. It's not what we're doing here. Like, you can't see who you're talking to necessarily. You don't know. I've gotten stuff that was really information-wise, very indicative of it could have been my mom who passed in January 2019. But I could never say with certainty. Thank you. I could never say with certainty that it's her. I can say that I believe it's her. And there's verticals in this field when you do research that fall into a belief, and there's verticals that fall into empirical experience, where you have an educated perspective or point of view based on your experience and that of others that you trust or respect.
Okay, I need to interject because I think your mom is pretty funny also, and you may have gotten your sense of humor from her. So, literally just saw her smack you in the back of the head and literally tell me that you got your funny from her.
She's very funny. My father, My father's also a clown. I get it from I really didn't have a chance in life to not be part clown.
I literally, it made me feel like there was a running joke between at least two people of where the funny came from. So that's why I was bringing it up.
She's good.
She's hysterical, to be honest.
No.
All right. So, we're going to, somebody's saying stop freezing with the Facebook. So we don't know who you are. Unfortunately, you didn't sign in. So we don't know who you are with the Facebook user. We're sorry. But I knew that if we were going to start talking about ITC stuff, that the following name was going to show up. Huff. There's a lot of.
What's Huff? I don't know what that means.
Oh, Steve Huff.
Steve Huff. Yes.
Oh. Is that supposed to?
He's saying poor form with Huff. Let me speak to that for a second, and then that's all I'm gonna say on it is because one thing that I do in this field, if there's somebody I truly don't like, the only person will know would be them.
Right.
I hold myself to a standard to not be blasting people anonymously through posts that make 49 people think I'm talking about them when I'm talking about one.
Right.
I don't blast people on social media. If I have a problem with you, you'll know it, and I'll discuss it with you with the purposes of working it out. And then if not, then so be it. I had limited engagement with Huff. I talked to him a long time ago when I was newer with this stuff. When the portal stuff became a big thing, he was gracious. He responded to me. And that's as far as my interaction with him goes. I'm not endorsing or bashing anything that he does. I'm speaking just to the phenomenon of ITC. And when somebody says that it's the voice of someone famous coming through, there really is no way to know that.
Correct.
And if the banks coming through are using their voice, then the fact that you're getting their vocal tone should not be a surprise.
Right. Well, and guys, we're not here to bash anybody, and you guys know that. No. In the chat room, we don't do that here. Even though there are certain people that we don't care for. We may roll our eyes, we may giggle, we may
call them by initials.
Yeah, but
it's not that we don't like them. We just don't like what they're doing for
let's say the community, the overall community.
Right,
so,
and that counts.
So that's the best way to put it. Yeah. And I don't hold anything against anybody unless you hurt my family. If you hurt my family, which a lot of them are my friends as well,
right?
Then watch your back. But other than that, it is what it is.
Right,
the paranormal has got so much shit. I'm sorry, but that's the only way that I can explain it. That's going on that we don't know left from right in most cases. Now we're sitting here with Ron, who we're definitely going to sit here and talk about ITC for the next 45 minutes.
Yes,
but there are other things out there that you guys know that we try to bring to the front line on Paratalk Radio to talk about because we don't know everything. I don't care who you are in the chat room or in the paranormal field or wherever. I don't care who you are. You don't know everything. And here's the kicker for all of you. Okay? Mm-hmm. There is no proof of any of it. Zippo. Nothing. Cannot prove any of it whatsoever. Why do you think we're doing this? Everybody's out here. There's thousands of people trying to come up with this stuff. So let's put that where it belongs and have a nice conversation tonight.
Yeah,
and have some fun.
The interesting thing about the use of and the application of proof is that it's used in that sense universally. Like at some point, the globe's going to hold hands and believe in ghosts and sing Kumbaya. That's not going to happen. That's like trying to get everybody to be rooting for the same sports team in a given sport. It's not going to happen. The thing is that there is proof of paranormal. Paranormal, by definition, is something is beyond the norm, not measurable or quantifiable scientifically. They don't know, and that happens. Even people who have no belief in this stuff at all don't. You can't be a skeptic of stuff that doesn't happen, right? If I don't release a movie, you can't be the critic of it. So the fact that somebody's skeptical or critical means that this stuff happens. It's the origins of it, and whether or not this is preternatural, supernatural, or it's natural, We don't know, and that's a whole other thing too. Is
it is?
If you think
that's a big hole to jump into right there.
It is. So I mean, if you think everything's paranormal, they call you a believer. If you think nothing's paranormal, they use the word skeptic. But by definition, a skeptic seeks the truth. They want absolution. So if somebody thinks nothing is paranormal, that's not a skeptic. They're a believer. That's a belief system. Nothing's paranormal. That's what they believe. They're just a believer in an opposing paradigm. The word skeptic gets used because sociologically, societally, it has connotations of well-to-do, educated, well-spoken. So they go with that. And the person who's gullible and thinks everything's a ghost is the believer. But in actuality, if you're going to use terms the way they're defined, both parties are believers. The skeptic is in the middle, using skepticism. That's a key difference. And I think that's important to point out. We frame our field by how we define it in terms we use. I don't like pseudoscience. It's not a pseudoscience. It's a field of study.
Exactly.
Right? Paranormal phenomena is what we study. There's bones in the ground. People dig them up, dust them out, try to see what they are, right? They're archaeologists. The subject matter is the bone. The study is archaeology. So the phenomena we study, those are the bones. And afterlife research, paranormal research, that's the study. There's no methodologies that are exclusive to paranormal. People who try to criticize it say that, but they say it from the other side of the line. And so it's not a pseudoscience. It's not a science at all. The methodology and the way it's done is or is not scientific.
See, now you know why I like this guy.
Yes, I do too.
He was mine first. Back off.
You can share, Teddy.
You're bringing the wolf out of Ted.
That's right. So anyways, no. So, this is something that I think a lot of people need to understand. And I've tried now 5.5 years going on here. I mean, February will be 6 years. And it's been a long road. And, we sit here and I don't know how many times, and I know with Cindy being a psychic, how many times do you sit there and go, really? Is this really what it comes down to? Or is there more to it? And how do I get to that conclusion? Mm-hmm. Whether you're a psychic or an investigator or even a teacher trying to teach a child, how to do their math or whatever. I mean, folks, in simple terms, life is a big freaking puzzle. And it's our job in this part of our civilization, of our society, as in the paranormal, is to find these puzzle pieces and put them together so they make sense, not just for us, but for you too. Mm-hmm. And as some of us are been doing this a long time. Some of us are well educated. Some of us are not so well educated. Some of us are just rednecks from Dorksville. Some of us are, true believers. Some of us are skeptics. Some of us have are ordained. Some of us have PhDs. Mm-hmm. What I like about this field is it doesn't matter where you come from. We all have something to place on a table for somebody else to look at. We always have something that we can bring that can either move us forward or set us back. And that's something that we have to look at also, is you can't have one without the other. Yeah. So I've gotten in several arguments over equipment, gadgets, as I call them, gadgetry. That's my word. That's my new t-shirt, is gadgetry. And, it's simply the fact is that if you cannot take this device and prove what it's actually telling you, first question is, do you really know what it does? Right. Second thing is, how are you going to get the answers from it? And how are you going to prove they are what they are? And there's so many things out there, folks. That's why I'm saying, comes to the paranormal, before you just shoot it down, take in everything that's being said first. Don't call it just, that's a load of hogwash. You don't know. Because
from a methodology standpoint, too, by the way, any method to be considered scientific in nature has to be falsifiable.
Exactly.
So if something creates a false positive, nothing in any machinery or any industry works 100% of the time. I love the, and I talk about this all the time in a lecture. I love the thing where they say you have to be able to do this, that spirit communication. If it's real, you have to be able to do it. You have to do it in threes in the controlled environment in the same conditions 3 times in a row, like in a lab. Then science may, will look at it. Heard that's not, what is it saying that Einstein says? If you judge a fish by its ability to climb, It'll think it's a fool forever. You can't. It's not a measurable scale. Because if you think about it this way, if you're trying to communicate in dialogue, right, then you're perceiving that there's an intelligence or that there's a possibility for response. You don't talk to your couch. So,
some of us do.
So, the fact that you're dialoguing and looking for a response, inherent in that is free will and intelligence. And with that comes choice. I might talk to somebody on the subway. They don't want to talk to me. They're going, So when you say that the methodology is not, or the efficacy of the method is not legit because you can't do it 3 times in a row, first of all, Marcello Bacci did that under the strictest conditions in Europe. That's a whole other thing. But second of all, it doesn't make any sense. Do you take that same example? If I use my electronic communication device to call someone who's not on my physical space, let's say my dad, and I call him 10 times today, and he picks up the phone 1 time. By that standard of measure, my father doesn't exist because I have a 90% fail rate, and I've only connected with him 1 time.
Right.
So if you remove free will and choice from whoever we're trying to connect with, other realm, other dimension, whatever it is, then you're really already playing a fool's game in your evaluation.
Makes sense.
It does. It's just like it's the same, believe it or not, folks, it's the same thing as like when you go to a place that you think is haunted or somebody says it's haunted, you're already assuming that it is, even though it may not be. I mean, people need to stop putting the horse or the cart before the horse. They need to stop doing that.
That's another element too that I found is that once you do audio research or audio communication stuff enough, it is not enough of criteria to say that a location or any place is haunted purely on the fact that you get anomalous vocals. I get them here. I can get them over there. You need more to substantiate something being actually haunted than just anomalous vocals. It's not enough. It is a peg. It is a peg on the board, but it is not the end all be all of now the place is haunted. I got an EVP.
Validation, folks. What have I always told you? You might get one thing that gives you what you're looking for, but if you don't have something else to back that up, to give it a link, any type of link, you can't claim that it is. You really need more than just one time. I mean, I've seen a balloon go up in the air by itself and go back down, but I'm not going to tell anybody, hey, a little kid just picked that up and put it down. I have no proof of that.
And it doesn't detract from the authenticity or even the amazement of something being phenomenal. That very well might be something that is supernatural in nature. No doubt about it. It's not to demean anybody's experiences or what they've experienced or witnessed, but the more you have to corroborate something statistically, the better it is. And this is something that's really cool for people who do paranormal research or ghost hunting, because if you look at the statistics of evidence, just the characteristics of evidence, when people are throwing the whole science, whatever stuff around, truth be told, in science, there's anecdote and there's theory, and a lot of those things are very much fluid, like definitions would be. But if you look at paranormal research, if you look at teams, different genders, different types of people, different cities, states, countries, whatever, the characteristics of the evidence, the EVPs, the direct radio voices, the ghost box stuff, the visual, everything, the characteristics are synonymous across the board. And when you have consistency of data, you have stability of data. And when you have stability of data, you have reliability. So in my opinion, the people who are doing good work in this field are leading the charge to see what the truth is, far more than science is in and of itself.
Right. Hello, Christy London. We will see you tomorrow or Wednesday.
Christy? 2 days. Wednesday.
Yeah, 2 days. So, here's something else that I find, pretty interesting with all this, that and I'm not saying this as being an old guy. Well, maybe I am. The thing is when I started in this field, it wasn't called the paranormal. That term wasn't even there. It was called the supernatural, the unknown. And, it was really difficult to talk to anybody with. Nobody wanted to be involved. It was a no. It was oogie boogie, bad juju, all that stuff. And, in leaps and bounds, we have stepped into the future with a lot of different things. I have been asked, like, I have a lecture next Thursday here at the Avon Town Library. I do it every year. I do it for the library system through the OWL project. And so I do it through a lot of the libraries. And The first question that they always say to me, is it real? I've always wanted to say to these people, yes, I would love to tell you that it's real. But all I can tell you is what's real is your experience. Because I have no other way to tell you or to prove to you that it is. First off, I wasn't there. Second off, I don't have any way to prove or disprove because I have no evidence.
Right.
You know, so it's on you. If you believe it's real, if you saw this person or saw this happen, then to you, it's real. And that's one of the things. Hello, Chief Lynn. That's one of the things that I take into the field with me to my people is that, guys, when somebody calls you because they need help in with a paranormal situation, please be mindful of their emotions, because first and foremost, it's emotions and belief. And their house is rocked, man. They are rocked. They're looking for help from you.
All right.
So if you go in with a piece of equipment, I don't care what it is, K2, ghost box, whatever, you get one piece of evidence and you tell these people that it's haunted, that falls on you, because you know what? You have no proof, not with one single piece of evidence. And it takes more than one time. You have to keep going back and you have to keep doing your research and your work. That's how it works, man.
Yeah.
Research is important.
One of the things that I had an affinity for audible stuff, like so we do, Lourdes and I do direct radio voice, which is a precursor to before there was a spirit box or a ghost box or a Frank's box, before EVP Maker, Stefan Bayan made with the fragments of sound. There was direct radio voice, which was a European method, which you don't really see on TV here. So not a lot of people really do it. It's a grind. But one of the reasons I love even ghost box stuff or anything audible is because of the evidence you do get. Unlike an experience, somebody goes somewhere, they feel like, because I got touched, somebody pulled on my shirt, whatever. That I believe that happened. If somebody really wholeheartedly felt that or experienced it, no question about it. But from a research standpoint, I like the fact that audio stuff is what we call a PPO. It's a permanent paranormal object. I can re-examine that over and over and over again. I could send it to you to look at it. I could send it to you to look at it. And it's something you can share with your peers. You can display it. You can demonstrate it. You can go over it. And that aids in research, because you can look at it on a spectrograph. You can voice print to see if what you heard is what you thought you heard. And so whenever you can go over something more than once, it's not just one time at that location. It's also revisiting the evidence. Because we've listened to audio before when I was on the Lourdes because it said something. And we listened to that like 6 times. And that's suddenly something that we didn't even hear before.
Right.
We're fallible. We're fallible. We have biases. We have propensities for certain things. So you have to take all that into account.
Yep. What were you gonna say, Cindy?
I forgot now. Besides, I'm having a hot flash. Besides saying that.
Oh wow.
Hot flash.
For fuck's sake.
All right. So yes, Eric.
I'm sorry, I got to declose, guys. I'm not trying to get attention.
ZB every place. Yeah. Well, yeah. TV has done 2 things. It's made things more mainstream. It's made things more permissible to talk about and share. It had positive influence, no question.
But it's also had negatives.
Yeah, but it also, through sensationalism and through ratings and stuff, has gotten to the point where it has created, this, demon fest, and everything's malicious and malevolent. And I don't think, and I'm not a demonologist, but just from my experience, just in paranormal investigating and in audio research, I haven't had a boatload of negative experiences. And even sometimes too, I've had the word demon or something come out of a box, and that doesn't mean what it is. If I yell astronaut right now, you guys aren't all going to think I'm going to space tomorrow. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean that's what they are. Demon.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh exactly. My God, he's an astronaut. He didn't tell us.
Yeah.
So what do you want to bring up today that you think is important to our listeners today? Because there is so many I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to say there is so much information out there about ITC that is not understood correctly, first off. When we spoke the first time, you actually gave us where it came from. You know what I mean? You sat down and you told me everything about the European study. And I really would like you to repeat that, because these people were not there. You know,
that
would be awesome.
It's European EVP researchers like Konstantin Radove, Friedrich Jurgensen, Marcello Bacci, Dr. Annabelle Cardoso. She's, I think, of those, the one that's still alive. They did EVP work and, just recording vocals. And then some of them started to use, through instruction, a bed of white noise on a radio for audio support. And then they were told through certain communications that the vocals would come out of the radio. And eventually they started getting voices and sounds that were modulated and came out of the radio on barren and empty frequencies. Now, different places based on where you are. I know Dr. Annabelle Cardoso is in Spain now, and she uses 3 shortwave frequencies that don't have any radio emissions. Mark Macy out of Colorado had gotten a vocal from Konstantin Radove. He got a phone call from him, which was really interesting because Radove was dead for over 20 years, but the voice print matched spot on.
Wow.
And told him to use VLF, which is very low frequency, which is pretty much what they would use for, at some point, I think, emergency services, but not anymore. And then they use it for submarine communication because of the size of the waves would permeate the water better. It would propagate through the water better that way. So they would use larger waves. So the closest I was able to get without a VLF converter was long wave. So for us, we've been using like in the low kilohertz, 150 to 250 on a long wave channel. And just, that's it. It's just white noise. And the thing is it's a grind. It's not what our society is big on, the instant gratification. Undoubtedly, ghost boxes work. I own a bunch. I have a bunch of Holte paranormal boxes. I have a box that Austin Maynard made. They're amazing. They work. I like the European method a lot for direct radio voice because of the purity of it rivals EVP, where there's really nothing vocally there. In Europe, when they're doing symposiums and they're doing these big conferences, when there's physicists and people on both sides going back and forth and they're trying to raise funding for research, they'll never say that ghost boxes don't work. They won't, because they know they do. But for them, the people who are skeptical of this stuff, who don't think it's real, if you're looking for vocals and you're using vocals, to them, that's low-hanging fruit. That's fodder for the people who don't buy into this stuff to say, well, you're getting voices because you're using fragments of voices. When in actuality, if you know how those processes of like a spirit box stuff work, it still does not explain it. If you govern your evidence through timing and relevance, even a ghost box, direct radio, whatever it is, the odds of something coming through, if I'm holding this up and it says mouse, it's astronomical odds that a station on a broadcast through a sweep or otherwise is going to say that word at the moment I ask for it. And if it does, I need to find out when they're giving away cash and prizes, because my luck is phenomenal.
But I think that's one of the things that we have a problem with, is that there's just too many odd, strange, weird, out of the box kind of responses you get when you're using one of these devices, that you're like, okay, well, this means nothing. It's just going through the frequencies and it just happens to pick this up. Yes. Has it happened to me exactly what you're talking about? Absolutely. And not only that, it happened when I was doing an investigation. I was on the 3rd floor. They were down in the basement using it, and they said, Cindy. And they're like, what? And then I don't know if they had said something about the 3rd floor or upstairs or something like that, but they're like, holy shit, where was Cindy? They said, she's up here with us.
Right. So, you use those criteria for being able to vet the authenticity of what you're getting. If something comes through a box and it says yogurt, it doesn't mean it's not a spirit or an entity or anything just because it doesn't have any relevance or meaning to you at the moment. But when you have timing and relevance, when it's answering something, when I say, who am I talking to? And it says Ted, in the moment I ask for it, that levels up the authenticity of what you're getting.
Oh, trust me, you'll know if it's me. I will. Sorry to interrupt, but I mean, and you know where I'm going to go here, Cindy. It's like I have a hard time with ghost boxes, Frank boxes, any of that stuff. I have no way of proving that any of that is true. I have no way of proving it. I know this. I know that there are several, and this really irks me, and I do not like it. And Cindy, you know this. When people take a ghost box and they go to somebody's home and the only evidence they got is a ghost box and it says demon, demon, demon. And then they tell these people that own this house is a demon and then they leave. What did they do to those people? They just told these people they got a demon in their house, and they're the ones that have to live there.
Right.
You need more than that. I'm sorry. A ghost box is not, by itself, is not evidence. If it can point you to a direction to give you more evidence or to point you to a validation or something like that, by all means. I've done experiments with them. I will continue to do experiments with them, but I will never, ever, ever say that a ghost box is true by itself whatsoever evidence for the paranormal. I can't.
This is the thing is if you hear the word demon, and God forbid that the homeowners aren't there with you or the renters, they shouldn't be really doing the investigation with you. Number one. So how are they finding out that the word demon was used unless you're telling them? And then, no, why the frick are you telling them that? That's just, to me, that is not anything.
Irresponsibility right there. That is something
irresponsible. I was actually going to say immoral unethical.
That too. I mean, do you really want to scare somebody with that stuff?
Because that's not acceptable kind of things to be saying to somebody that's in a home that they're already most likely usually afraid to be in. So
see, I would be happier. Cindy, I would be happier if somebody took a ghost box, had somebody that has used it for years and years and years, gave them the instructions of how to look for or what to look for or so on and so forth, instead of just taking this device thinking that they know it, because most people are not going to read instructions on these things first and foremost. They're going to take this box and they're going to go out and turn it on and hope that they get something.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, no set of instructions is going to include things like having personal responsibility, having integrity, having respect for somebody. In a residential thing is different than doing research on your own or even a historic location. And the words we choose to define it are very specific and important. So to look for something or for a ghost box to show something that's true, true is a really slippery slope of a word, I guess, to use. If a vocal comes through and it's clear and it answers something contextually and there's no explanation for it, that by definition is anomalous. Who and what it is, we don't know. At the point that you've captured it on a device, a recording device, it is at that point, at least in league in part with laws of nature and physics where we are, because it's captured on devices that we have that we're able to do that. But the origins of it is what is by definition paranormal, because it's beyond normal. We don't have an explanation for it. I've gotten vocals that are direct that answered me, that said something back or something contextually that was happening in the room.
And I totally agree with you. But at the same time, we cannot say that it was the ghost in this house. We cannot say that your place is haunted.
Right. It could be a transient spirit. It could be a transient spirit that goes through somewhere and says demon and then leaves. Right.
Hey, I had one. I used it at a location, and I know from story upon story upon story, there was a little girl there. And, we're packing up. This thing is still going and it's recording. And I hear a little girl laughing at the end of this. And I'm like, okay, so that is a little weird. Do I consider that proof? Well, no. All it really means is that I caught something that sounded like a little girl laughing. I was in a location that I've been told there was a little girl. It's an anomalous thing. It's one of those pieces that I hold on. It's in my little pile of X files, more or less, saying, I don't know where it came from. I can't tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you it's a ghost. I am going to say it was freaky. It happened. I have no explanation. So by definition of the word, it is paranormal, but it doesn't mean it was haunted.
I agree with everything you just said. Absolutely. Paranormal, it means it's not explainable by normal means, or you can't rationally figure it out. So spot on. That's correct. Proof is the word that I'd stay away from. Because the thing is that what might be proof for one person might not be proof for someone else. This hits core beliefs with people. True. The other thing too is that, and sometimes people who are skeptical will say it sounds almost like a cop-out, but there is a certain training or learning to listen through the noise or to listen to these things to pick out discernible things that might be intelligible or relevant. And it's something that neurologically that we have. It's it's an inborn pattern recognition, right? If you liken it to if you flew over terrain that you'd never seen before, right? The first pass flying over in a copter or something, you wouldn't really recognize anything. The second pass, you start picking up reference points, you things you can kind of latch onto. The more you go over it, just through mere exposure, you start being able to identify and discern things. You have to have discernment when you do this stuff. Sometimes you can't. Yes, the mind can trick you. The idea of pareidolia and that stuff is 100%. It can happen. But if you think you heard something that is anomalous, you could go into audio software and do what's called a voice print. You could say what you thought you heard. Then you look at it on the spectrograph, and if it matches, that's what you heard. Now, if you can't explain where that came from, sometimes the vocals are at a decibel level that the human vocal tract cannot replicate. That's even more anomalous. It answers your question. That's timing, relevance, and anomalous through the decibel level. So you can stack the evidence just within the audible capture itself, but
that's not infallible either. Just so you know, it's not
infallible. No, of course. No, I mean, nothing's infallible. That's right. That's part of the discernment process. We are, as Konstantin Radovich used to say, part of the problem is that we are part of the process.
Exactly. Step outside the paranormal box. I see an entrance right there for that one. Why is that? Oh, because Teddy takes the people out of the experiments.
Yeah, we're part of it. We're part of it. We may even be part of it too. Dr. Rupert Sheldrake, who sat on the skull experiments, had a term called morphogenic fields, which is a collective consciousness, which is the group energy or the group think that is collectively amongst people. And consciousness is a real aspect of what we might be communicating with. There are instances when people have gotten vocals that they've been able to match like a fingerprint to somebody who wasn't even dead. Tim Woolworth, who's a brilliant ITC guy, got a vocal of somebody he knew who was not deceased, who was sleeping at the time. So that could be a traveling consciousness situation. You could be talking to someone who has passed on, someone who's in an out of body experience. The key thing is that we don't know, but if you can't figure out where it came from, you've got yourself an anomaly.
Well, the thing is I know for me as a medium, I can pick up on alive people as well as dead people, and it doesn't matter if they're awake or asleep. It does not matter. Not only that, a lot of people who are in dementia states, they constantly ride the line that I do, right? 1 foot here, 1 foot in the other plane of existence, right? And so when you have that, it's kind of like you may have some cross things happening, right?
Yeah.
So that you can always have those bursts of alive people as well as dead people as a medium. So it's understandable that even in those ghost boxes and stuff like that, that electronic media, let's call it that, right? That you can have some of these anomalous conditions that appears, right?
Right. I'm seeing a lot of comments from people in here, about ghost box conversations. It's a waste of time, from certain things. And there's like the fluff.
Well, I like what Bob was talking about. I want to see one of these though, Bob.
He's talking about one of the Huff portal devices, if I'm not mistaken. And so one of the misconceptions with that is that the portal box is not what facilitates the communication. It's an amplifier. It's got guitar effects pedals on it and other things that are additives that affect the sound for its intelligibility or how audible it can be in the moment. Prime example is that there's some boxes that cost like thousands of dollars, and it's functioning off of a $15 radio. The radio is what facilitates the communication.
Yeah.
So it's really an expensive piece of furniture is what you're paying for. So the portal box is not what communicates. I have a version of one of those things, and it is interesting to see what it does to the sound, but that's not an experimental piece of technology. The Guitar Rock Hall of Fame is enough to prove that it works.
Yeah.
But we're trying to use it for vocals to see if we can make something more intelligible in real time. But it's not the device that's communicating itself. It's the radio frequencies, and we do not know how they interact with them. It is scientifically labeled something you would call it's temporal synchronization. You have a different realm or plane of existence or whatever it is, where you have transmission and reception that are not line of sight, same plane of existence. right? So it's not like you're receiving 101.5 FM and then you're home getting it, it's transmitting. The other thing that's fascinating with especially when we do direct radio, which is similar to Ghost Box stuff, is I've been on my couch before running a long wave frequency with no radio emissions. And the one night specifically, it sounded choppy. It was like, and I said, that sounds like helicopter interference. Maybe it is. I'm right by New York City. And a vocal about 1 minute and 40 something seconds later said, not a helicopter. Now, I'm not broadcasting out with a microphone. I'm not speaking any louder. I'm making a mechanical wave with my larynx. It only propagates so far. It dies out. Nobody's in a truck with a CB or a ham radio or a baby monitor. Nobody's hearing me to respond to that. So it's fascinating that whatever that is came through a barren long wave frequency into my home when I'm not broadcasting outside of my immediate vicinity. So there's something to that. And I don't have the answer. I don't know how it happens, but I can theorize if it's consciousness, that's possible. They have done tests where they sent it was a telepathy experiment and they sent a message back and forth to an astronaut in space, and it came back quicker than it would have if it was electromagnetically sent back and forth. It could be the carrier wave that the radio's coming in on works like either a half or a full duplex system. Half is like a walkie-talkie. You press a button, one channel sends a signal, the same channel sends it back when they press the button, or full duplex, which is like phones, two-way communication on one channel. It could be any of that. We don't know, but I know that when I speak within this confines, and then something responds to me and it comes out of the radio modulated, I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah. That's stuff like that I get. There are times where you get something you didn't expect. You don't know how to explain it. You don't know where it came from. And, what do you do with it? You do the same thing I did. You stick it in a little pile over here and go, unexplainable.
Yeah, see, I saw Eric Harrison said about science can't prove that consciousness takes place. There are a lot of experiments that have actually spoken to the proof of it. There's a gentleman in California who was out of UC Berkeley named Professor Charles Tart. One experiment that he did was he actually had somebody in a chamber monitored, strapped down, sleeping in a room, and he put a piece of paper in another room somewhere they didn't know where it was, high up on a shelf with the information written on it facing to the ceiling. And they were to have an out-of-body experience or consciousness travel and come back with that message, and they did. And it was fully monitored, and they did. So
I can remember having surgery. I was 25 years old, had my tonsils taken out, and I can remember watching and hearing the doctors talking. The doctor I was quite surprised because the doctor who was supposed to be doing my surgery was not the doctor who did my surgery. Because when I saw him afterwards, I said, "Hey, Dr. Mulberry." And he's like, "How are you doing, Cindy? Surgery went well. How are you doing?" And I said, "I'm doing well, but can you explain something? Because I have a memory of the surgery." He's like, "Well, you shouldn't have a memory of the surgery." I said, "Well, I know you didn't do the surgery." He's like, "Wait, what?" I said, "You were supposed to do the surgery, but it was actually the other guy, the younger guy, that actually did the surgery. And you were talking him through it." He's like, "How do you know that?" I said, "I was watching."
Yeah, there's a lot of accounts.
No explanation for it.
There's a lot of accounts like that. Another thing that's very, very important, I want to point out, is that the word science gets used like sex ed. When I was in
demon,
school,
like demon does.
No, I don't mean like that. I don't mean like that. Like, I used to think sex ed was one guy, by the way. It wasn't. Turned out it was a class. But
comedian.
But people use the word science, that science doesn't this, science hasn't proven that. Like, science is one guy or one body that's all united. There are scientists on both sides of the fence on all this stuff, on all of it. So you can't say science isn't that. Science, there is plenty of proof of things. But if somebody scientifically is vetted in a certain area or they're tenured somewhere, they're not going to jump on the other side of the fence because they're not going to risk their professionalism. They don't want to be involved. If they have turf to defend, if that has to do with their funding, especially like Ted said back in the day when this was not even this prominent to talk about, people would not jump the fence in the face of proof. There's a thing called a file drawer problem when people do studies and they have evidence that is above chance statistics. just above chance statistics. They'll not put that forward because it's not enough for them to put their neck out there. So they put it in the file drawer and then nobody knows about it. But statistically, if you wanted the big picture about a certain field of study in what we do, everything that's above chance would be relevant, would count.
Correct.
But you don't get all of it because if it's not enough for them to come forward, it gets filed away. So you're not even getting an accurate picture from scientists who are involved.
There is a certain amount of bias in a lot of studies, right? And that's one of the problems that they've had, and that's one of the things that they've brought up is this bias, right?
That's not even counting, Cindy, the amount of research that has been lost due to so many other things.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, I mean, you know, but I got to say this because, you know, Ron, I know you got to go. And, you know, we've got to get time where you can spend more time.
I know. Monday night was the worst. I was so looking forward
That's the only night we're on. I mean,
I know.
You'll have to take a leave of absence for one day.
I know. I did not want it to be a shorter show because I do love talking to you, and I think that you know the fact that you put forth the critical thinking and stuff and being analytical, and I think that's important that people in media are doing what you guys are doing. You're opening up possibilities, and you're putting forth the fact that you have to have some judgment and discernment when you do this stuff, and just not jump.
We're trying to keep it real, Ron. We're trying to keep it real. We don't want.
That you guys said a few minutes ago, which is you're talking about. Oh well, so much is put back to that science. Oh well, where's the science? Where's the science? And then because a lot of times I of course hear that stuff because of what I do, right? So then I have to say, well, it may not be tangible what I do. But I mean, what is the difference with you having faith in your religion? Is that tangible?
Right.
Well, no. Well, nothing. You know, sometimes you just know things, right? But and you can't have freaking scientific proof.
Oh, look at that! People are liking you, Ron. They're liking you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How are you, honey? How are you?
I appreciate it.
Well,
thanks,
you know,
Barry.
we hope you have fun on your other show. You know, and we'll have to have you back. So you're going to have to let us know when you can come back.
Your other show, but his show.
His show.
Yeah.
Your show.
Yeah. I would have booked another guest spot tonight on top of this. I would not have.
What is your show? What is your show and where can we find it?
Yes.
It's Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence. It's Monday nights at 9. It's on kgradb.com or KGRADB's Facebook or YouTube page.
And is it Eastern Standard Time?
It is Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. So, and we have teams and people all over who do paranormal research, investigating, and they share their evidence with us. Tonight, we're actually sharing some of our own. Every so often, we'll have a guest-free show where we'll kind of just share what we do out in the field. And it's a blast. It's humbling and it's inspiring to see what other people get. And it's a great reminder that when you do this stuff, it ain't all about you. It's about the community and how great
I didn't do that.
work people do is.
You didn't do what?
I didn't put that up there. My hand was over here writing, and it just stopped. That was paranormal.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
I'm not able to touch anything.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how that happened.
I can't even write comments.
Eric says great discussion.
Thank you.
So, you know, we definitely have you back. We'll figure it out.
Yes, well, he has to go. He's already 5 minutes late.
Yep.
Ron, thank you so much. And
thank you.
Show.
Thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much.
Same here, buddy. We'll talk soon.
We want to see you again.
All right. Bye, Ron. Bye.
Bye, Lourdes.
I'll tell her.
There you go. Oh, my gosh.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Shower. Wasn't me.
So, yeah. So, you know, I love, like, this is, like, when we were at Gettysburg, when we were having our conversation, I love talking with him. And he's very...
It went so fast, just like you guys had said. Eric says, whoops, my bad.
I'm not allowed to touch anything during our show either.
Well, I can touch stuff, Christy, but...
Okay, nobody go anywhere. I'm going to take a short break, and then we got to tell you about something that has to do with Christy London.
Ooh! Are we going to just have Christy come on then?
She could if she wants, but that's up to her. She has to let me know. But we're going to take a short break.
Well,
and then we'll
send her the link, and if she wants to come on, or talk to her while we're...
Is that what you want me to do?
She accidentally blocked Mike's mom. That's fantastic, Chris.
Wow. All right, let me run the commercial. We'll be right back.
Okay. Yes.
The Bipolar DM Show, a show about Dungeons and Dragons, indie writing, and living with a mental illness. Watch us live on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WLFE-DB.com, where we interview guest speakers, authors, and subject matter experts in the areas of mental health, living well, and role-playing games. We're proud supporters of Safe Space. For more information, be sure to visit WLFE-DB.com. Watch us live on Strim TV, Variety Unlimited channel. Also, visit our Facebook page at Bipolar DM, and see us on twitch.tv/TheBipolarDM. Our webpage is www.thebipolardm.com. There you'll find more information.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
Try again, buddy. Try again. Yay! Okay. Oh yeah! Good job. Oh.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
I know him.
The Great Lothar.
Yeah, did you realize that your mic wasn't muted?
No, I unmuted it for just that one time.
Oh,
Wink.
It cracked me up.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Just fun for
It was
for
fun.
a minute. So, oh, before I forget again, got the graphics novel from the bloke you had a few weeks ago, Monsters Among Us. It's quite good. Awesome.
Ooh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Said great videos during your break. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Teddy does a great job with the ones and their commercials for other people like my D&D game.
Yep. I wish more of the shows would create a commercial or send me stuff so I could do it for them, because I'd like to put more of their individual commercials on when we're on. We should be sharing that. Everybody should be, doing, other people's stuff. But I wanted to talk about real quick, Christy London.
Christy London. We love her.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And then Mike Ann.
Yes.
And just so everybody knows, their show is on Tuesday night, tomorrow night. And that is called Where's My Sage? That's also
Where's My Sage?
Paranormal Bigfoot type show. They talk about the universe as well as
Christy's a medium as well.
Medium. She does readings and stuff.
Yeah, she does readings.
Yep. I think it's fantastic. But there's something really special going on in a couple days. And
I know.
And then you reminded me that Mercury retrograde.
Mercury retrograde. I think it's funny.
So what's going to happen to Wednesday night then?
So Mercury retrograde is just usually a disruption in communication. So when I was doing my show on Tuesdays, because my show is Tuesday nights as well, my Tarot Tuesday, one of the things I do is roll call. And so when I do roll call, I literally allow spirits to come in and then I name who is there. Planetary Gatorade. Oh my God, you're so funny. Anyway, so the thing is that Mercury had been coming several times and telling me and letting us know that it's not going to be as much outside influence communication issues as it would be internal communication.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of people are experiencing more like can't talk properly. They're mixing shit up.
My boss is having a hard time remembering where he put shit.
Having those are a communication issue problem, right? And the shadow happens. There's our Christy. And there's things that happen before. So you have the pre and post shadow phase of Mercury retrograde as well. So not only that, there is going to be a lot of dark night of the soul stuff going on. What is she doing? Oh,
stupid freaking retrograde.
Oh yeah, here.
You guys pulled the mic on me. Hi everybody. This is a rare event. I threw a little bit of eyeshadow on. Oh, and I keep tipping everything over. I'm in PJs. I fluffed my hair and went, son of a bitch. Here I am. Mike's somewhere on the throughway doing his thing. So this is rare for all of your viewers. I usually try not to scare the shit out of everybody.
But they're loving it though.
I told Teddy at 7 o'clock, 10 after 7, I was going to finish my show. Well, no, it was even before that. I was going to finish my show. It was 6 something. I was going to finish my show, and then I was going to do my eyelashes. Well, listen, I couldn't help myself, and I had to turn on another show because I'm binge watching Discovery of Witches because I've read the books, and I love them so much.
All right.
So I could not help myself but watch another one. So I'm lurch free.
What is Discovery Witches?
Discovery of Witches?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love history.
Me too.
And Deborah Harkness is an author, and she's actually a historian. And so what she did is she kept having all of these really cool thoughts, and she'd write them down every now and then. She was like, I don't know. And then she wrote a whole, it's a 3-book saga on Discovery Witches. It's called the All Souls Trilogy, and it mixes vampires, demons, and witches with humanity.
Oh,
and,
damn.
And history. So I love history, and I love these amazing places that it takes place in. So
that's awesome.
It is really and taking from the book to the movie or to the shows, it's pretty amazing that they stay really on with what the book has said, and they have Deborah Harkness right on set, so that Deborah, what would this one do, and this and would they do this, and I love that they actually stayed so true to her work.
Awesome.
It's a really good show. I would recommend it to everybody.
I just got done I just finished up Loki.
Oh, yes. That's a big one in my house. That's huge in my house.
I haven't started Loki yet.
They love Loki.
Yeah, we like Loki too. I think has started Loki, but we haven't finished it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't started it personally.
You know, I just have to say, Cindy, what the hell, man? I told you I was in PJs and you would put lipstick on during the break. I'm like, okay, I'm like killing myself going, shit, they're pulling a mic on me. Now I got to go do something with myself. He's doing this at the last second. And then here you are with lipstick. Your hair is all cute. I'm like, okay, you know what?
My hair is not cute, girlfriend. Look at this. Look at my eyelashes are right here, and they look like little spiders on my computer. No, I didn't know that you had responded to me, and I'm like, oh, ADD. I saw my lip gloss or my matte lipstick is over here on the thing. I'm like, oh, ADD moment. Let's put some lipstick on. It's
I totally feel you. I totally feel you. And the hot flash thing, it really sucks.
Guys,
seriously,
it's awful.
Men,
you and I are going to be a pair. Trust me. Wednesday's going to be fun.
I dress in layers these days.
Oh yeah.
And they usually end in a tank top. So that's it.
Don't be surprised if I'm the same way. Mike's probably like, oh shit.
You're younger than I am though, right, Christy?
Not by that much.
I'm 50.
Cindy, look what I got.
A little bit, but not that much. I mean, I'm old enough that I'm starting to feel it.
Well, the funny part is I did not have a hot flash one until after I turned the big 5-0. But this is the thing is I was like, I don't want to be not having my period anymore because I was a weird one and I love having my
you're
period.
weird.
I love having my period every month because it made me feel like I was cleansing my body. And he's so crazy. He's
blocking out the conversation
somehow while we're talking here. Anyway, so
I don't want to hear this.
I really remembered saying something when I was 14. I was literally almost 15 when I got my period. Like literally only 2 months away from starting. I was almost 15, literally.
Sweetie, I was 9.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is the thing is I told myself the first day that I got it, I'm like, I don't want to have my period. I don't want to have my period. I'm like, okay, it's all right. This is only till I'm 50. I'm only going to be 50. Okay, I can do that. 50 and I'm done. Got it. Well, how the frick did I know that I was a powerful witch with psychic abilities at that point? And I freaking just made a whole spell for myself that when I turned 50, it would stop.
Oh, the things we learn. I'm sorry, Ted. You want to interject here at all? Or so you don't have Mike to commiserate with. That's the problem.
Yeah. You got us on here now.
Just see.
We're going to have so much fun on.
He's probably. I can already hear it. I know what he's thinking. Content. He's like, thank God it's not me.
Listen,
it's not me.
Yeah, I haven't had my period since July. I had it 2 times in the month. I started the month, ended the month, and I haven't had it since.
Well, I got you beat on that one, although I had it a lot longer than you did because, I had some issues and that took care of that. And that was it. Nothing major, but enough where I'd said bye-bye and I have not missed it. I waved goodbye, said good riddance. Never again.
I was having bleeding issues, and my doctor said, Cindy, we can give you an ablation, and you won't have to worry about having your period anymore. And I said, no, what are you talking about? I want my period. He goes, do do you know you're the only woman that would ever say that to me? I said, yes, I understand that.
Oh,
Doc.
yeah.
Okay, can we get off the period, please?
No.
Yes. I mean,
Sorry,
it just. All right. So thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Wednesday is going to be a long night.
Keep up with those comments, Buster, and it's gonna be.
We can make it a seriously long night for you men.
Absolutely.
Right, Christy? Yeah.
I love Barry so much for talking about the paranormal.
This is paranormal.
You know what? In
it's
our
not
defense,
normal for you guys.
In our defense,
paranormal for you guys.
Yeah, that's right. And it's absolutely paranormal for you guys. And you know, not for anything, but especially that's what you get. That's called karma, biatch.
That's
right there. Love you. Seriously,
but
you know
got
what?
your shit back at you.
You guys don't understand. Those cycles are just like all the other cycles. And you know what? That affects how we read, especially as mediums and everything else. If we can't, not that it really stops us, but it definitely affects how things work sometimes. And that's, that's.
But it's also, think about it this way, Christy. I mean, think about when our hormones are high. I mean, I really think and wonder about investigations in that way. Like, can we attract more energies to us because of that link? One of the things is when I've been on this spiritual journey, one of the things is if you were on your moon, you were not allowed in the sweat lodge. And I didn't know that.
Really?
I was told because it
That's a new one
happened.
for me. Maybe.
Chanel, it didn't just open. I've been doing this for quite a while now.
Oh, they
You
froze.
used to me talking
They
about
froze.
my
Where'd everybody
period
go?
and women things.
All right. So let's
And my boobs.
let's get to the thing at hand here.
All right.
So see, tomorrow, folks, I am going to the location and setting up cameras all day.
Yes, you are.
So I'm going to be there setting up many things tomorrow.
Tomorrow or Wednesday during the day?
Tuesday.
Eric.
Because
Okay.
I'm not going to want to do it Wednesday because I got to work Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to do it tomorrow, considering I'm off tomorrow. So, and what we're talking about basically is there will be a live investigation. We will be doing
Why
some
isn't
of
Mike
it live.
on here with us too?
He's on the road.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
no.
he had to work and then he had a project after work, so
Yeah.
he's literally driving home. That's why I said he's probably thinking, God, he's not. I text him, I'm like, I'm going on Ted and Cindy's show right now. He's like, yep, you have. I'm so.
I can totally hear him in my head saying that right now.
And I
Well-
can just see him. His face is probably turning red, and he's laughing,
Yes,
shaking his head as he's driving
We're
along.
talking about this right now. Yeah.
There better be a
Probably-
little bit of sympathy from Mike right now going, Ted. Ted.
The funny part is we
Oh, I
all
got you,
know
brother. Hold
that
on. I got you.
What Mike would be saying, feeling.
It's so funny because when I brought Brie over to the Avon Inn last spring, and at one point during the night, we were sitting in the. What's wrong with you?
You're ridiculous.
Oh my
So
God! I have
funny.
this picture of Ted and Mike sitting in the into the chairs and just in the waiting area outside by the desk there, and they're both on their phones, and the way they're sitting, they look like they look so much like. I was laughing. I looked at the picture and went, I gotta take this. It's hysterical. They're just both sitting there, and they look like twins.
Whatever.
Mike's probably like, screw you. No, you don't. Come on, Teddy, let him have it.
Oh, man.
That's hysterical.
So
You know-
yes, but we're really looking forward. So if you guys can't tell from tonight how it's going to be,
Yeah, so Wednesday night, we're going to be going live around
Okay, well,
10
what
o'clock.
time are we supposed to get there? What time are we getting there?
I
Well,
don't really
this
know
is-
really where we're going. I don't even really know what we're doing, or
Yeah, I don't know anything about the stuff.
All right,
I just
so
want
I will fill everybody in, and I will.
Well,
make
I don't want to know about it. You never
No,
want.
no, no,
I
no,
always
no,
have
no,
to go
no,
online.
He doesn't.
no.
He's not allowed
Oh,
to
okay.
tell me anything. So
I was
he
gonna
won't
say,
do that.
you
He
know
just
better
wants
than
to know
that.
No,
What time
so-
we're supposed to be there?
Okay.
So basically, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What is uh-oh?
Mike just sent me something.
Oh, he did. I'm reading Chanel's. Oh no, what did he say? See, now he's feeling left out. I knew he would.
That's Ted's resting period face.
I got a Mike's resting period face too. You really can't see it because he's in the dark.
Oh my God, that's hysterical. That's totally what he looks like. Yeah.
It's got to be killing him that he can't add his 2 cents right now. Ha ha.
Well, all right. So let's get into this.
Okay.
I don't want to mute you two ladies. So here's the thing. So
tarot cards.
Oh my God. Being an empath, totally. I tell people all the time, being an empath, menopause has got nothing on me. Are you kidding me? I am ready plus some for after being an empath with the way my body temperature goes up and down on its own. Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mike
go ahead.
in the dark.
Mike in the
our people love you guys. Okay, so
we love you guys.
Here's the deal. So, the owner of the location that we're going to is going to be in Caledonia, New York, and there are 2 buildings. One was built in 1893, and the other one was built in the early 1900s. And basically, we're going to go in the 1893 building and see if there's anything there, because there are stories. But I'm not going to tell you any of the stories. I'm not going to tell you any of that information. So, there is one thing that is weird that has happened in the past couple of weeks there, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it did throw everybody off.
So we're going to go separately, right? And we're not going to communicate. So we're going to maybe we can separate who our group people normally would be. So me with Mike and you with Teddy.
That would be fine.
About that? I think that's a good idea, right?
Yes, I do. I love it.
Because
I'm never going to get anything done.
I love so much when we can corroborate and stuff like that.
No, sounds good. And so
I agree. I agree. Totally.
So there are 3 levels to
this. Oh my
this.
God, Mike is going to be with me.
Now I can really see his face turning red. Take a picture again, Mike, in the dark, because we're going to really see you glowing.
That's hysterical.
Eric.
Partners.
Robert's just accept it, Ted.
Just accept it, Ted. No, just accept it, Mike.
So
that's awesome.
There are 3 floors to this building, and I'm not going to tell you any more than that because there's a lot of history there in a lot of different ways. Then we're going.
You got to stop talking.
Okay, so then we are going from there. That just across the way from it, actually behind it, is the actual bowling lanes, and there is stuff that is happening there, and I myself have been experiencing things there. And we'll go into that as well. Now the business is open till 9 o'clock. Okay. So I will have, and Sheila Oslander, is going to be joining us as well.
Sheila's going to be here too.
You didn't know that? Oh yeah. I'm so excited. I miss her.
Yes.
I do.
So
he already knows that's the way it goes. He doesn't get a vote. Since when does he think he gets a vote?
He's
a very good partner that way. He just knows.
Yeah. So you know,
aside from the fact that these 2 already agreed with me, your vote would be null and void.
Exactly.
Wow.
Your best vote is just to go along with the vote.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, Eric. We are doing live feeds from there. We are going to be doing one I know of at 10 o'clock.
Is this biggest world's largest ghost hunt?
No,
that was last week. That was the 25th.
That is just for WLFE. We're doing a live investigation at 10 o'clock, Joe. So we have something of 2 of our shows from WLFE working together in something that we can actually give to our audience on several outlets, which would be great. And I think it's going to be great. In fact, what I was going to say was Sheila is coming with a DVR system that is going to be set up in the bowling alley. My DVR system is going to be set up in the bigger room and in the bigger building because I have 16 cameras. She only has 4.
Love it.
So we're going to have a lot of things going on. Plus, I have 4.
What time do we go live?
I have 10 o'clock. I have 4 handhelds which I can actually make 6 handhelds if we want.
I want
Crafty.
So, but let me fill you in. We have Christy, we have Cindy, we have Sheila, we have Ted, and we have Mike. We also have the owner of both buildings that is going with us.
Cool.
And he did say to me today, if there's anything there, I'm never going back in my building.
Oh my God, he's so funny.
But that's just John. He's funny.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to know now then?
And we also have the bartender from the bowling alley, the head bartender or manager, as I like to. She's the managing bartender that is going to be there as well.
Yep.
And it's just, Shannon. So we have them joining us. As of right now, that's all that's going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is I have been to this place. I was dancing my arse off, so I was not paying attention.
Never. I don't believe it.
Other than dancing and making everybody else dance with me.
All right.
Now, the only other thing that I was thinking about is if I had 2 other people and maybe I can get my nephew to come. Actually, if we had somebody following us with cameras, that way we didn't have to hold the camera.
That is always nice. That is a nice, that is very helpful. Just filming. That makes a big difference just with filming.
I may have that as well. So if there's 2 extra people, it will be that only. So send me a ticket on a jet plane. Sorry. But yeah, so the whole thing for this, and just so people know that the owner has expressed to me that if there is stuff that we find,
we're going to tell him it's a demon and he's got to live with it. And we're leaving. Bye, bitch. Sayonara.
No, because he's going to put my office in that building and he's going to say, you stay there, I'll be in the bowling alley.
That's right.
I'm okay with that, but I'm just like, but
man.
The history of that place is outstanding. I have been doing a lot of research on that building myself. I've fallen in love with the building. I really have. And the stories, I should say. I fell in love more with the stories.
So can I just bring up 2 things that I pick up on already and just see what you say?
No, you can't because I've already been picking up stuff too. You got to just write it down and take it with you. I know. I've already been wanting to do that because if you say it out loud, then we've tainted ourselves.
I know. You're so no fun. You fun sucker.
I know. That's why I have a notepad here. I'm writing it right now.
Bill said he would come and run the camera.
I know.
I think that's
Bill, get your arse up here, dude. And do that for us. I'm sure I could find some pot for you.
I'm sure I can too.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't smoke it or do.
So yes, so 10 p.m. on Wednesday, we will be going live. And as of right now, it's going to be on WLFE. It's going to be on Paratalkradio. It's going to be on the YouTube channels. It's going to be like 7 or 8 destinations. All right. And I'm sure that Mike and Christy will be setting up one of theirs as well, which would be on Where's My Sage, YouTube. We're going to be running 2 different feeds, theirs and ours, I'm assuming.
Jason, there's my bipolar DM. From my Dungeons and
Hi,
Dragons.
Jason.
And just so you know, Jason, I ran your commercial twice tonight.
Yes.
So, there you go, Barry. You're close enough. You can come run a camera.
Right, Barry.
All right, send Mike the link. He wants in.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. That's not good.
Oh, yeah.
My God, that was so
scaring
evil.
Mike a little bit, I feel. I feel that I overwhelm him and it makes me giggle and laugh.
It makes me pee my pants laughing. Are you kidding me? I love watching him get all flustered and he's gonna be like, what the hell?
You guys are terrible.
No, we're not. You love us.
We just like to have fun with it, Teddy.
Okay.
Go with it.
Right.
Go with it.
Talk about demons. Mike, stay out. You aren't ready for this. I decided to add my own accent, Robert.
So, I could, but I have to get up at 4. I got to get up for work at 4:15 on the next day. Well, sorry, Barry.
Wait, what?
Next time. Next time.
So the thing is that if we do get something, the owner, as I was trying to say earlier, is the owner would like us to continue on our investigations there if we decide to get some. Because you know as well as I do, the one time it doesn't really mean a whole lot. There is stuff that would go there. Some of the really cool information about this location is that it's also a location for us that if anything happens with the Rochester Parafest, we have a new location. This would be the location for it.
I can't wait. It's been so long. It's going to be so much fun this year.
Oh, it's been 2 years. Everybody's so excited about it.
No, well, we did it in 2020, and then we got shut down right after it. Remember?
Yeah. So 2022 is the next one. So it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
It'll be great. And Christy will be doing.
Always calling in. I'm sick.
That's right.
Oh man! Oh, look at him. He's all creepy and shit.
Have you been going?
Oh, he just left. See, you said creepy and shit, and he left.
No, knowing him as much as he is my tech guy and he's good at what he does, that was probably just a mic thing.
Oh, okay.
that was a wait a second.
I forgot what I was going to say too. Damn it.
What Christy's going to be doing. Come on, Christy's going to do. You started to say Christy's going to be doing.
Christy is going to be doing. To be doing a gallery reading on Friday night.
Yeah, Michael.
There you go.
Did you pull over?
There's a flash there.
Officer
You guys
Mike,
are getting.
are you pulled over with your thing, sir?
No, I just.
Are you in your car? Because I'm going to arrest you.
I just got home.
Are you blinding yourself? What are you doing?
It's not. I'm in the dark. I'm always in the dark, but.
Oh yeah, that's where we like you, so it's good.
So, Chanel wants to come to the Parafest. She wants to come and set up a table.
Oh,
yay! Chanel, you should.
What do you do? Now we can see your ugly mug.
Now we can see you.
Mike.
So, yeah, I've been listening.
Good. I know you were, but I knew that you would have to have it. If I was talking to you directly, you would have to say so, and you couldn't do it without being here.
Yeah.
He's like,
Hi, Mike in the dark, says Barry.
Yeah, hello, man.
Oh my God.
So,
Mike in the dark. I think this should be a new show. Mike
I know, right? I think that would be fun.
And it could be a Bigfoot thing, right? Mike in the dark, or it could be very sexual. It would be weird.
Wow. Okay. Can we change the subject, please?
I have to work with this guy.
Now you know what I put up with.
Control what I have to say, though.
Oh, trust me.
Hey, Mike, do you want to swap hosting for a day? You can host Paratalk Radio, and I'll host Where's My Sage. Do you want to swap just one day?
We might find a day that might happen.
What's that? What did you say?
Shut up, Michael. Say it again.
I don't know. I might have another Bigfoot adventure I need to go on. So.
Oh. So is that what you were doing tonight?
No.
He was working.
Okay.
I had a special project I was working on for some folks tonight.
Barry, welcome to the Hollywood Squares.
That's about it.
Oh yeah.
So,
we're the fun
number. You and I are the comic relief.
we can go live from the phones and the tablets. So.
Okay. Well, that's I have been working on. I went and bought these live.
It's disco ball.
I went and bought the live captures so that I can connect this to my cameras, to my handheld cameras, so that we can go live. I'm just retarded or something because I can't figure it out.
I don't know what that is even.
I'll figure it out.
Seen it or heard it. So what time are we supposed to be there?
Like,
what time do you want us there?
I'm like, what does this do
I would say
besides sitting on my
8:39.
forehead? It
I
does
would
not
assume.
do anything.
But
It's
we
like,
usually go in, so I usually go in earlier.
it's gotta.
I want to know how that just stuck to Teddy's head. Has he got a metal plate and is that magnetic or?
Right.
Well,
it's like the whole thing with like a card or whatever.
It's probably sticky. Leave him alone. See her
Christy's
too.
now.
So my plan is I'm going to be there early, Mike, on
look
Tuesday.
at what it said. This is the one I had on my hand. It says love
yourself first.
Aww.
But I'm planning on being there Tuesday to set up microphones and cameras and all that stuff ahead of time for our side. Sheila's going to be there on Wednesday prior to the investigation, setting up cameras and stuff as well.
I'm here.
Okay. I'm like,
I just blinded myself. I had to switch colors.
Oh, Jesus.
Now you know how I feel. Now you know
Here's
how
the story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own. There were 4 men living all together, yet they were not alone. I think Michael's in a rave. Mike's at a rave. That's what he looks
well,
like.
Mike's
He's at
old
a
enough
rave.
to be from a rave area. So
I love it. Feels like, Ted is sticky.
Go in the back and get the glow sticks out.
Oh my God. Let's do it.
Really? Roxanne, formerly known as Mike. What is that?
I think we should start the music while we're there.
Wait a minute. Isn't it past the bedtime for Australia?
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
stuff going
Yeah.
on then too.
Yes.
Teddy, did you hear me?
No, what?
I said I think we should turn the music on during part of our investigation to see if we could get some stuff that way too.
Well, trigger effects is going
Absolutely.
to be important, especially
Yeah.
for there, because there are
Extreme.
certain things that I know.
Oh, I just heard more. Okay.
I can't wait. I can't.
I didn't show anybody. I did it that way so you couldn't see.
Oh my God.
It's not like
Look at-
subliminal.
Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the comments here.
Oh my God. Yeah. So what time do you want us there? What time should we get there? Are we pre-gaming with like dinner beforehand, or what's
You
the deal?
can. You can. You certainly can.
No, I mean all of us. I know I can.
Well, I'm going to be there I'm going to be there. I have to open the bar at 4. So that's my job tomorrow is I have to do from 4 to Mike left us again. I have to be there from 4.
He's not a very good tech person.
You know what? He's a busybody. He's always messing with shit. He's always pushing buttons and trying something else and scrolling up or doing whatever. I'm like, can you just leave shit alone and just
stop
focus? Yeah.
And if Christy keeps it up, she's going to be looking for another host.
He'll never leave me. Are you kidding me? We have too much fun.
Yes, it's much like
Right?
you and I,
Right,
Teddy.
Mike? Right, Mike? Just say
I'm not agreeing to anything, so especially when it comes to you 3.
it's more dangerous for you
Wait,
to not agree
wait.
with me than it is for you to agree with me.
Wait, you're putting me in with them?
Hey!
How dare you group him
You're
with
going to
me?
get in trouble,
Yes.
mister.
That's right.
What, I'm supposed to be grouped with you two? I'm my own
The
entity
three of
here.
you guys get me in trouble all the time. So I'm sure the audience for both shows will be very entertained
Oh, yeah.
as I try to keep my composure.
That is the most fun right there for me, especially. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for Christy. However, that is the most fun that I personally will have.
I think we should see.
Because Mike is like the straight guy.
My ass.
Like,
I
he's
think we should
like
see how many times
on
you
top.
can make him turn red.
Yes.
We'll let the audience keep track.
Like,
I'm so gonna get it when I get off here.
I love it.
Hysterical. Like,
Eric's like, do whatever you want, but just don't touch the red button.
Ooh. See, another fun
that's-
sucker. What the hell?
No, honestly, I think we're going to have a good time with this. I also feel that there are going to be some things that are going to be very unexpected.
Good. I hope
because,
so. That's the best.
Oh, shoot.
Being an empath, I can tell you myself, there are things that, let's just say, people can become very moody at the bowling alley.
That's because it's alcohol. I'm just saying.
Well, not just alcohol. Oh,
that's improper. We're not going to talk about that.
So anyways, but yes, we can be there early. If everybody would like to show up between 6:30 and actually have dinner, that would be great. We do serve dinner.
Fancy.
Yeah. In fact, if you guys really want, I'll even make baked ziti ahead of time and bring it with me.
Ooh. I never say no to pasta. I mean, look at me. Come on.
So I've got
Wednesday, Bill. Wednesday.
I got 4 gifted people. Because we got Sheila, which means I need to bring a whole bunch of stuff to debunk whatever you guys say.
That's right.
I saw when he said that. I'm the only one laughing because I'm the only one that gets it. But all I saw was the big tinfoil hat on Mike's head.
Who's the one that's not gifted in there, Mike? Because I know you're not including yourself in there.
He's not including himself. Sheila. He said us and Sheila. 4.
Right,
He never includes himself.
True.
He's the one. Of our duo. He is the one that goes in and looks for all the practical stuff. He's the one who will debunk it all. So yeah, and you'll never get him to.
I'm just saying he's gifted as well. So...
I'm so glad that you're calling him out, and it's not me for a change.
I don't know what you kids are talking about.
I got your bag, buddy. Got your bag, buddy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you kids are talking about.
Armadillo helmet. That's it. That's it.
Armadillo.
Bill.
Did you just say armadillo?
Yes.
What?
Armadillo helmet.
What is an armadillo helmet?
Yeah. So
you gotta watch Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. So the thing about these 2 buildings, I think we're gonna find really enjoyable is that, especially now, in this weather and where we are, at this season because it's fall.
It's getting to be spooky time.
Well, I just know there's been a lot of things happening there lately, and so it's stuff that. Well, and I do believe it has something to do with the season and where we're going and what we're going through right now with the Mercury retrograde. So there's a lot of stuff happening.
I mean, you guys might have said this before while I was trying to throw myself together, so I didn't completely freak out your guests on or your viewers, but the veil is just so thin right now.
It is, yeah.
This is September to December. This is like prime time. So, I mean, that definitely helps too. Helps or doesn't help depending on how you look at things.
and I my boss, he is he's Yugoslavian, so the belief system that he has is so different than ours.
Okay.
Okay, so
interesting.
He doesn't necessarily
Stop trying
believe.
to give us hints, Teddy. I don't like it.
I'm just saying he doesn't necessarily believe. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, shut up.
Who is that? What did they just say?
What? How about no?
Come, put your head down here. So
I'm having a deja vu here. I don't know why.
Who is that?
That's my son Jansen.
Hi, Jansen.
Hello.
Look at the hair. How old are you?
18.
Oh man, you're in
He
trouble.
just graduated.
Oh, congratulations.
I'm taking over your show, Ted.
Good luck with that. Oh man, he is so your son.
Right. Jansen, you should come with us on the investigation Wednesday.
You can hold the camera.
Fine, whatever.
Oh, fine, whatever.
No, because don't you have to work on Thursday morning?
Yeah, call in sick
in the morning.
Dr. Mystical.
Good thing my kids aren't watching.
Doc's like, Mercury retrograde got me like, I need a safe word.
Mercury retrograde kicks my arse every single time. It's awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
I've been going
I need a
through.
safe word.
Yeah. I mean, I've been going through. Let me grab something.
Hi, Janny.
Let me grab something quick.
Okay.
This is mine, right?
I don't know. Give me mine, please, right there. Please give me mine. Please give me mine. Please give me mine.
So what's the audience want to see? I guess, what is your audience looking for, Cindy, for us to come up with on Wednesday? And, we'll check with our audience tomorrow.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to see? Is there anything specific you guys would like us to do? Doc, behave.
Okay. You want to see Mike dance on top of the bar?
Oh my
off
God.
The bar?
Oh my God. Listen, do not.
My bad. Sorry.
Dancing on the bar.
So I've been playing with
I
some
don't
extra.
need alcohol to do that.
I've been playing with some extra
We're
toys.
investigating, so that'd be even better.
I know. I never do though. I could dance on the bar all the time. I literally have pictures and video of me dancing on the bar at Coyote Ugly in New York City.
Okay, can we get serious here?
How did we grow up in the same neighborhood?
I don't know.
Makes perfect sense to me. Just
So,
saying.
Well, that's right, because Mike, you were down in Rochester, right?
Yeah.
I'm bringing my R2D2s.
Those are cute. Wait, did you get them to work?
So I'm bringing both of these as well. These are going to be in the
look like
bowling alley.
Oh, see,
Yes.
you're pulling out your stuff now. Mike's gonna go pull out his stuff, and then you're gonna compare your stuff. And whose stuff is better than whose?
You guys talk about your periods. We're going to talk about.
There it is.
There it is.
See, I told you,
Exactly.
starting to show their dicks.
It connects
Who's
with
got
your
the bigger dick?
connects with your phone, right?
I'm
Mike?
just saying, mine was already
Who's
here. So
got the bigger
I didn't have to go
dick?
too far. Mine was already in the car.
Okay, friends, we are just gonna put a poll out there. Who's got the bigger dick, Mike or Teddy? I mean, we don't care whose boobs are bigger. We don't care about that.
I'm probably going to bring this as well. My gimbal.
Oh, gotta get the gimbal.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't make me go in the back and get the gimbal too.
See?
Hey,
I know
I'm
you
just
might
saying.
have to, Mike. If this is a dick
Yeah,
show,
thorough,
you need
Cam.
to see all the performance here.
I'm just saying we got a lot of equipment we're taking.
We have a lot of equipment.
A lot of equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cleaned everything out of my Jeep. I got to put it all back in again.
Yeah,
So,
excuses.
We're gonna have
Paranormal
more cameras.
That's right.
We're gonna have more cameras than we know what to do with. So maybe we won't overkill it, and we'll just use what we need.
See, and I don't like a lot of equipment. I have an SLS. We use it once in a while.
I like cameras and I like digital
We
recorders.
like the cameras.
We can use some baking soda or some flour or some talcum powder.
Seriously, and
Baking a cake,
when
body
I
rub.
commented earlier tonight on the show, I always have the best luck with the flashlight. I still do the mag light. It works the best. He never has good luck with that one.
Did you see what Bill said, Christy? Let's not discourage the boob contest.
No, I don't see that. Where is that? Is that on
Mine doesn't work anymore.
His is on YouTube. His is YouTube. It's Chiefland Paranormal.
Yes, Bob. I'm the
Oh,
same way, Bob.
Robert says,
Well, I mean, okay, listen, in all fairness, Chief, if those guys are willing to show off their boobs, I am all for it.
Listen, we could wet t-shirt
Wait a minute.
contest it. It's fine.
You guys are up for a wet t-shirt contest, right?
I'm okay with that.
We're talking about them?
Right, they're doing the wet t-shirt contest.
You guys are killing.
Sorry. I don't have any water in here.
That's
Oh my
funny.
God.
There he is. I can't control mine, and I'm certainly not going to try to control yours, Michael.
No, I was trying to look at the comments, and I keep hitting the wrong.
No way, really?
It would have been easier for me to just go in and get the laptop, but
Topless chair at the bowling alley.
You're gonna need a bigger transport unit.
This is starting to look like a scene in Jaws movies where the three guys are on the boat.
Oh my God.
or a Kevin Smith movie. One of the two. I'm going with Kevin Smith more than Jaws, but yeah.
Really, Doctor? Really, Doc?
Oh, awesome. You guys are great.
I like, so Eric says, Mike is like, on that night, no, bye-bye. Hello.
I'm already in the red light district. I don't know what that
So if anybody is interested in dinner, just let me know. I mean, we can do it, and I'll have it done ahead of time so that we don't have to, whatever.
Silly chief.
Challenging. Exactly.
Oh,
Why would you
want control in there?
Why would you want to?
Right.
Why would you want
Guns
to?
and toplessness, shooters and hooters.
I don't know about you, Mike, but I'm making sure I pack a lot of extra batteries.
Oh my God, you're just going to make me go in other places. Those are for the fun toys when the night begins,
Okay.
guys. Sounds like a Friday night at
Wow.
Batteries.
Uh-huh,
of
Mike
batteries.
carries rechargeables.
Oh, I don't carry rechargeables. They don't last very long with me.
My tech
Well-
is better than you.
Mike's truck right now with all those lights flicking off and on. Ted's new book, How to Control Your Psychic Co-Host. No.
It's only one page.
Not to control.
It's only one page.
Right? Good
It's
luck
only
with
one
that.
page. It's only one page.
It's only one page. You can't control your psychic co-host.
Hey. You are not supposed to give away my secret, you big jerk.
Wait, what did Mike do? I missed
And it's not just he goes, give her a bag of Twizzlers. No, that's how to make your psychic fat, okay? Not control your no.
This is sounding like Brian Rochelle's poor travels from a week ago
my gosh,
Instagram.
That's so funny. Yeah, Brian Rochelle. Oh my God, they're hysterical.
Well, I like
Hysterical.
what Barry just said. Hey, wait, aren't those lithium energizers? We don't need lithium, guys. Letting the psychic out of the box. Run a show off the rails in 5 minutes.
With Twizzlers. Oh, okay. Well, what do you do with hot tamales
My
then?
pocket with Twizzlers.
Do I want to know? I don't know if I want to know.
That was fantastic.
Listen. I have a couple of go-tos. Twizzlers, hot tamales, Mike and Ike's, pizza and cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers. Everybody here would know. Go ahead, guys. Say it in the comments. You know what I would like to be eating if I could be. Pudding.
Oh man, I could just so many different directions with that. What? Wrong show, Cindy. Wrong show.
I know, right? Exactly. Exactamundo.
Oh crap.
Ted,
I have
what
to
did
say.
you drag me into?
Doc,
what?
you got a good picture.
I said, Ted, what did you drag me into?
No, I think it was
You wanted to come here. Don't even drag me in it.
Christy and I that kind of like.
No, because you already got the clown nose out. I saw it. It's in your hand.
That's true.
That's more mental torture for me. I've seen it once. Okay.
Ooh. Twizzlers with chocolate chips?
Wow. No, I'm
What?
not saying she'd rather be eating dick. Oh, true.
Why did you rig that out loud?
I told you, Mike. I hear it's good for the face.
Wow.
Wow, this definitely has gone off the rails.
Yeah, for sure.
And Cindy put us there.
I did not.
What did Rob?
Oh. If he would just sit on his hands, he's like a 5-year-old. Sit on his hands. Just stop touching everything. He'd be fine.
Would
He
you
would
stop
really be
touching
fine.
That's hysterical.
I missed. What did Robert tell me?
Oh,
That's the
Robert,
last thing.
I don't know. He said, I told you, Mike. All right, so what did he say? Letting the psychic out of the box? I don't know. Is that what he's talking about? Making it worse, Ted.
I want to know where you get raspberry licorice.
Off the rails.
That's
The
like
train
my
has
favorite.
plunged into
Lots
the
of
ravine.
places.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
Well
stop
then, partner, I absolutely expect that I will that you will be presenting me with someone.
Did you see what Jason said? Off the rails? The train has plunged into the ravine.
It's a bullet train with no seatbelts.
What? It's a bullet train? Listen, now I have a whole we definitely need batteries for that bullet train.
Mike, if we can figure this out, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll figure that out, Teddy. Why she's working with her bullet train.
That's not what they call it. It's a bullet, but not a train.
What to do? I mean,
Sorry, but mine went somewhere else.
Mike, my favorite 2-year-old not touching things.
All I know is that
that's what I said. Mike needs to sit on his hands.
Right.
I've been wanting to do this
Oh,
investigation
he said
for
you
months.
shouldn't come in, Mike.
For months.
What?
He said you shouldn't come in. That's what Robert said. You shouldn't have come in here. Set yourself
But
up.
I knew this was going to happen. So
Yeah, he's totally
kidding me?
aware.
Oh,
totally
yeah.
aware.
And he's just as bad. Don't let him fool you.
Exactly.
Ever. He just has more fun playing the innocent and
Exactly.
letting us look like the fools.
Innocent
But we don't care.
straight guy that's not doing anything wrong.
Right. Oh, he can hold his own and then some, my friend.
Might be
somebody has to play babysitter. And once we add Sheila to this mix, you guys will really have fun. So if anybody's
babysitter.
Wait, who needs a babysitter?
I know, right?
What you be talking about, Willis? Rabbits and bullets for the win.
Folks, that has been a great show tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Jesus.
Oh God, I can't even. Oh my goodness, that was.
We'll be here till Thursday. Please try the veal.
Please try the veal. Tip your waitress on the way out.
Don't pet any burning dogs.
Just hope I don't need bail money at the end of this night.
Shut up, Mike.
Well, you're the police. We better not need bail money. You're the one getting us out. You'd be the one you better not put us in. I'm just kidding.
That's a secret.
Because we will sick the karma on you, my friend.
Oh, the karma has been sucked on me.
I can't do it. I'm literally crying. I can't stop crying.
Stop pulling your hair out.
Tip the topless.
Oh man, what did I miss?
Oh God, that's hysterical. I have been trying to get it figured out. That's what Teddy was saying too.
Well, if we can manage to stay serious for just a couple minutes before we have to get out of here.
Sorry.
Wow. See, there's a troublemaker right there every time. Yeah.
All right. So, just overall, it's like, yes, Wednesday night around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be going live at some point. I know that I have set it up on StreamYard to go out to a few different places. And we will see what we can do at that point. If all else fails, it'll be on YouTube. Depending on Facebook, because Facebook is in a lot of trouble these days. And we'll see what happens there. We are investigating 2 different locations, which are actually, one is behind the other. Okay, adjacent, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Adjacent?
In the same neighborhood.
Yes, in the same neighborhood. And we'll see what happens. And we'll see what happens, because there's a lot of stories, and people that I have interviewed have told me things, and I want to see where
literally
it goes.
just keep getting flooded.
So, put in a plug.
Yeah, I turned it the wrong time for that one. Okay, so they're adjacent buildings, lots of history. Caledonia definitely has a lot of crazy history.
Yes, a lot of different things. Yes.
Don't say anything. Bite your tongue.
I know.
Famous-
Come on, you know better.
Famous people, the whole deal. So yes, there's a lot of things.
I'm
but
going to the fishnet. Tell it.
It's not good. It's not going to start. I think for us to get set up, that's why I'm going early. So I will be there if you guys want to do dinner on Wednesday. I will be there early, and as soon as we close at 9, roughly 9:15, whatever, we can get people out of there is when we'll actually start.
Oh, listen, I can round some people up and get them the hell out.
Yeah, we know.
I can do that. Like, chop, motherfucker.
Yeah. So it is bikers night, so there will be lots of bikers there. So.
Oh, that'll be fun.
That would be
That would be fun.
Shouldn't have said anything. All right.
Bikers? Where?
Can I have a ride on your
I just want to see.
I brought my own helmet.
See, there's a reason Mike's using the red light tonight, because then it just hides how red he's really getting, because we called him out on that already.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
My mom
There you
is
go.
still in here. She says, Cinderella, did you show her the pic I sent you? Wait, show who this pic you sent me? All right, hang on a second. My mom sent me a pic. I don't see a pic, Mama. Oh, right here. Oh, shoot. This is for you.
Oh, thank you. And that's extra special because those are the ones my dad used to buy. Because he would buy those and then just take handfuls to all the
Hello,
hockey
Dominic.
games and all of the different sports events for our kids, for my sister's kids and for my kids.
So it's awesome because that is your dad. You can get a reference from that. My mom sent it at 10:02 to me, which is my mom's birthday. My mom's birthday. And she's passed away. So that was cute. 10:02.
And Christy, just so you know, I have that same container of Twizzlers at the bar.
Yay. Good. Awesome. Yeah, we even had it at his funeral. We set up like a table and we had one of those for people to take. And like some of the other candy, he always was known to have like Lifesavers was huge. Peppermint and wintergreen was just like.
So, Cindy, there was something else I was going to tell you tonight. Was that the World Witches Dance is no longer doing their thing.
Oh, really?
So if you could find a whole bunch of females that want to do the World Witches Dance thing, maybe you could put together your own witches routine with a dance. Wouldn't that be cool?
Maybe.
She's like, I'll make it sound good, but probably not.
I'll do it with everything else that I'm doing. I'll do it.
And it's just, it would be hard. So, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 shows in a week. And then I'd have to try and find some place to do rehearsals and have all these people there.
I'll find somebody to do it.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Because I think it'd be really cool.
There was a group, and I don't remember much about it. And actually, if he could stay on for longer than 6 or 7 minutes at a time, Mike might remember who they were. Actually,
witches or bitches. That's what my mom just said.
I know.
Don said he'll do it. So Don, you'll have to come back up here. Yeah.
There was a witches group dancing at Michigan Paracon this year.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I have the thing right here. Michael, do you remember who the witches group was that performed at Michigan Paracon? Did you fall asleep?
No, I can go back and take a look. I think I got some. So, you got it.
I got I just didn't know. You're usually better at remembering that stuff than I am.
Blue. Careful, Mike. The real red and blues might show up if you keep that up. He is the real red and blue.
He's what?
Yeah, I can't remember. That was a pretty good sized group too.
It was. It really was, and they were really good.
Well, it was just weird because Rochester had one, and they were saying that she had a hard time keeping people interested in doing it, and so I think it's great. I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean,
with stitches and hitches.
I'll have to look later.
And if they could, because they had Trent dancing 2 years
Yes,
ago.
they did. It was so funny.
I want to see Trent dance.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
just
God,
it.
it was so fun.
You could get Trent and Steve Culls and Kenny Irish and
To do what? To dance?
yeah.
Kenny Irish, is that Kenny Biddle?
All of a sudden, I
No.
hear Magic Mike music.
Ooh, Magic Mike. Okay.
Bow, 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 bow.
There you go. I think we just dubbed him Magic Mike.
Yes. Go, Magic Mike. Go. Go, Magic Mike. Go.
But seriously,
I said nothing.
I would really like to find a stuff like that. But Buddy the
Mhm.
Bigfoot, I mean, we have Buddy and all that stuff. So, and we're actually we're putting one in Missouri, so we'll have a Buddy the Bigfoot in Missouri as well.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Buddy's getting around.
Yeah, he's in Missouri, he's in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and New York.
Awesome.
Yes.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
Hey, Dom. He'll
Next
do what?
year-
What did he just volunteer?
he
to
said
do?
he
Be
would do the
careful.
witches
He'll do
dance
the
thing.
witches-
Oh, there you go. I want to see that.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna try to look at these comments again, and hopefully I don't lose you guys for the 15th
Yeah,
time.
could you not?
Stop touching shit.
Listen,
Mike.
5-years-olds, sit on your hands.
Oh boy, Buddy the
Stay
Bigfoot
on
in Missouri.
And nobody under the age of 18 can watch this show.
Yeah.
Yes,
wonder-
Eric, I'm trying to get Buddy the Bigfoot in Missouri. T. Roy told me that they would find somebody for me. So I want to put him in as many states as I
In
could.
our area.
Yep.
Could have Teddy sit off to the side playing a banjo. LOL.
Well, Buddy needs to do more TikToks then.
Right. Oh my God,
Oh.
hysterical. Mike.
If I could get the buddies to do that, would be great.
Cool.
Um,
Well, there's
Naked
a
and
lull.
Afraid
What's
Fan
wrong with
Club.
us?
That would
well,
be
the Naked and Afraid
fantastic.
Club actually took Buddy to their party.
Wait, what was that?
Naked and Afraid picked up Buddy
Really?
and took him to their private party
Yeah.
where the production crew and all them were together.
Really?
Buddy's band. There you go.
Buddy band.
Like it. Yeah.
So yeah, it was great. So
That's
Awesome.
fantastic.
yeah. So, but I just wanted to let everybody know ahead of time that was on here that we do have something going live on Wednesday, and it's going to be us four, which will be fun. That's
It
all.
will
I'm
be
Wait a minute.
You read my shirt, ladies?
Purvalicious.
Love it.
That's fantastic.
You were supposed to point up, Michael. You just kind of.
Well,
I love it. I think you and Mike should
Let me
like
see what
wear
else-
matching
what else is on
outfits
there?
on Wednesday.
A bear?
look, I'm enough with the matching outfits. I had enough of that at the Sasquatch Festival.
The what?
He was twinning. He went to Sasquatch Festival, and he and Steve Culls ended up wearing almost the same outfit.
I spoke at the Whitehill Sasquatch Festival. I show up, I get out of the car, I look over, and Culls is dressed exactly the same way.
Oh my God.
Was it all
down the
camo?
boots.
It was
No,
awesome.
tack pants, black shirt. My usual run. He's usually camoed out. No, he's wearing black polo, khaki
Boots,
pants,
the whole
brown
bit.
shoes. Yeah.
It was awesome.
So they called each other. Is that what you're saying, Chef?
No, we
They called
didn't.
each other?
Somebody got the memo, but I did not.
See, I think you and Ted should twin on Wednesday. It'd
He's
be
going to have to
cute.
start wearing a shirt. I am not Steve Culls.
And bye-bye.
It wasn't a bad thing.
Nope, not at all.
So,
Oh man.
Ah, it's so funny.
I mean, we can always take some of these. Oh, where is it?
Over the other. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Stop touching it, Mike.
I mean, we do have Buddy the Bigfoot stuff that
Michael.
I'm here. I'm here.
Looks like the banjo player on Deliverance. Boy, you got a pretty mouth.
So you
Wow.
and Teddy are gonna wear red matching T-shirts on Wednesday.
no.
Negative. Bad enough when Shaw wanted to wear Speedos in Michigan. I got away with not doing that either.
Definitely Speedos with a white T-shirt.
Oh crap!
We are going to have wet T-shirt contest for you guys.
That's
I
right.
do not want to see Mike in Speedos. No.
Come on. What? Hi,
No.
Carl.
Mm-mm.
That's all Team Shaw's fault on that one, folks.
Wow.
We're like a piggy.
No, I'll probably be wearing black though, because that's what I normally wear when I do my investigation. So,
Is there heat? Is there heat in those buildings or no?
The secondary or the first building, the one from 1893, does not. So you make sure you bring sweatshirts.
Oh my god.
We probably won't need them though, Christy.
What? Wait, I missed it. I was reading the comment.
Mike had asked if it was heated or not heated.
Thanks, Christy.
Say that one more time.
Now
What?
I had to look down.
Smugglers, that's a no for me. A budgie smuggler? I never heard of such a thing.
Sorry.
A banana hammock, yes. Anyway,
my God.
Mike asked if the buildings were heated. Teddy said the older one is not, so we may want to bring a sweatshirt. I said, well, Christy and I probably won't need one.
Right? Amen, sister.
Doc says, black is slimming, Teddy. Mosquitoes.
Thanks, Doc.
Wow.
Bring long johns and short jimmies. But neither of their names are Jimmy. Never mind. That was a bad joke.
Wow.
Did you see my face down there? He's just like,
Wow.
stop trying to hide.
No, just because I'm about to hide. I'm packing for Wednesday.
Maybe you can catch your run. It was a really good show tonight.
Thank you, Barry.
Hey, Barry.
They had a great show tonight. They really
We
did.
appreciate
it. It was
that,
very
Barry.
good conversation. Yeah.
And get ready to be touched and pulled.
Ooh, can't wait.
Wow.
I probably should have paused and given that a second.
Should have slowed your roll a little bit.
Yeah,
So
cue the half
funny.
of
So who's getting stuck with me now?
Oh, you and Cindy. There it is. Look at his face. He's
You're
so
going to be
excited.
swapping.
You're going to be swapping. So Christy and I are going to be together. We won't be able to talk if that's.
I know.
Oh my
we won't
God.
say anything to each other.
No, my plan
I'm
would
about standing there in the dark staring at each other. So
We'll be like,
You boys
did you
wouldn't
get
know what
that?
to do with
We'll
yourselves.
just be doing this. Did you get that? And you'll be going, no, did you get that? They'll be going, what?
see. For me, I don't mind going with Mike because I'm going to be doing my debunking. I'm going to be doing my experiments and stuff like that. You two, you know, I mean,
We usually go around, Teddy, before the investigation. So
I know you do, but I'm still going to be doing my thing. You know what I mean? So
And we should definitely go separate.
Yes,
We have to do our own separate walkthroughs before we start.
But we always need somebody to be able to talk to us.
Yep.
they have to introduce themselves to the voices in their heads.
And along with the voices inside of my head. Listen, I only need a little bit of lyrics.
You do.
So
I'm
what
very
I will do,
impressed.
so then what we'll do is we'll send like Mike and Christy through, and then me and Cindy through, or whatever. However you want to do it as in teams at first.
Or we do 1 and 1, and then we swap.
Whatever. It's just nobody's going in alone. And the other thing is that digital recorders, or ladies, you can take your notepads and write shit down if you want. It'd be easier that way, or have one of us write down what you're feeling.
I need to. It's got to be a flow of consciousness for me, and writing is too hard. I won't be able to keep up.
Yeah,
Right.
I do, but usually when I'm doing something like this, I don't write it. When I'm working, like doing parties and shows, and I'm delivering messages, I have my notebook with me. And
really?
Oh yeah, always.
Cool.
Yeah, I do. I conduct gallery readings differently than most, because when I prepare, and even before I prepare for the show, or even just a one-on-one with somebody, I'm already receiving information. So I'm writing it down. So I start with that. I lead in with that because I'm already tapping into their energy. Spirit's already coming forward to talk to me. Spirit guides are already doing their thing. And it's like, yeah, I just go right into it. And then we go with the flow. So, but with something like this, I don't generally tend to have to do that as much.
Well, I'll have my digital recorder on me. So normally when Cindy goes through, I just record everything that she says.
Perfect.
Yep.
You got that, Michael? Take notes.
No, what I was going to say, Ted, are you bringing a laptop or no?
I was planning on it. I'm going to leave it in like and that's the other thing I sort of wanted to talk with you guys about, and that I just remembered it. So thank you, Mike. I will be bringing my laptop. We're probably going to use the bar in the bowling alley to set up our, like, that's where we'll leave our stuff, is in there.
Okay.
To be like our command center.
Yeah.
Right.
And except for in the other building, because that's where the big DVR system has to go. So I have to designate a place over there for our place over there as well. And I that's why I want to go in tomorrow, because I'm not sure where I would want to put a command center in there, because it's very open. It's very open.
Please check and see if there's a Wi-Fi signal.
Well, in the big room, probably, or in the big building, probably not. In the bowling alley, yes. So hotspots. Yeah.
So you need a hotspot.
Oh yes, that puck goes everywhere.
I've never used a puck, so I don't know, and I don't give a puck. But so
a puck for Wi-Fi.
I've never had a puck before.
I'm going to try something new.
Not that I know of.
That
oh, good. I love when you try new things.
Well, I'm going to try. I'm going to bring my Chromebook, and I'm going to try to see if I can download some voice recognition software. And instead of the old-fashioned live listen, I'm going to take the aux cord, run it from the digital recorder to the laptop, and see you guys do EVPs, what we get, and see if whatever software I find is able to convert that into text.
Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
I'm bringing my tablet as well as my laptop.
Did you want me to bring my laptop, Teddy?
I don't think so. I think 2 should be enough.
2.
But there's a lot of experiments I want to do. I want to bring some of the old school stuff with me as well. So we get some of the old school working. I mean, this is going to be. We're all friends. We're all good people. We know each other well enough that we can do this stuff and trust each other enough to know that we're not going to fuck with this stuff. So, I can put this stuff out and say, hey, I know who was there, and I know,
Right. Well, that's important, and that's why I love working with you guys and a select few, because we can joke and have all the fun in the world, and this is just fun, right? But when we get in there, we all are different. We have a respect for how we all work, and then it's serious, and we have that respect and that consideration and that gratitude for each other and for spirit, and that's what's important. So we can do it and still have fun, but there's a time and a place, and that's what I love. Yeah.
Google Docs has a talk to text function.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. Thank you.
Bill says, I love my hotspot puck. And the funny part is Robert then says down a few, which he can't see docs because they're on 2 different.
No pucking with a genie in a bottle.
No pucking with the genie in the bottle.
Hey, I managed to run Steve Cull's show in the middle of the woods on a mountain the other night with that hotspot. So.
Wow,
we should be able to do it in Caledonia. I hope.
Does that cost you to have a puck?
Yeah, it's your data. It's just
it goes on your phone.
Mobile.
Yeah, but if you
is it attached to your phone? I mean, is it something that you can do with Verizon?
But it's its own separate device. You could use your phone as a hotspot. I just happen to run that, and we run. So we'll be able to run if Christy brings her SLS. We can actually
Yeah, I can do that.
Run the show and do everything right from SLS or one of the tablets.
I'm
So-
curious to know, can the this is something that I've always wanted to experiment with. Can the SLS be set up in a room by itself and record what's happening there?
We can
Yeah, why
record on
would-
it, right? Yeah.
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 I would
I'm
love to.
I'm bringing my new thermal setup,
Okay.
which is it used to be the Seek for the phone, but I've moved it into a tablet with some other additions, and we can actually run that as a live record thing. So
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so Bill basically has a second line on his cell phone plan for his Wi-Fi, for his puck, his hotspot.
So I'm just wondering if I should do that,
good
because
idea.
I could actually just do that, get a puck and just
add a line.
add a line.
And there's a new one that's GPS based that I tell everybody, if you're gonna be up in the mountains and you need something safe, they have one like for spot that's your text and everything else like that, so you can call and receive. You're not gonna be able to do a show or something like that, but yeah, you can get ones that are satellite, get ones that are regular. It just depends on where you are. So yeah, folks, I tend to talk way too much tech.
I love it, though.
You're talking a lot of tech if I'm on, so that's the way.
Yay, Eric.
Yeah, I've been trying to hook my R2D2s to my hotspot, and I can't figure it out.
Oh, that's really easy.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess Mike can help me with that too.
That's the reason I got a puck, because I got really cheap security cameras, and if we were out in the field, I put the hotspot inside the vehicle. I take the cheap security cameras, which were magnetic based. I put them on the top of my old Jeep, and we'd leave. And we did it down in Chautauqua County. We were on a Bigfoot thing, and we got told there nobody goes up to that place. And Christy, we were out 5 minutes from the location, and the first set of vehicles pulled up. So we were able to watch them getting out and do everything stupid around the cars, and then they saw the security cameras and they left. So I've also used them down in
Sorry, I was waiting for your face.
What did I miss?
What that comment was, I didn't understand it.
I just noticed it too. I was like,
Which one?
I'm gonna respond while he's talking.
I just
You mean Robert?
Say it. Don't
No. Mike in the private chat.
What? I never pay attention to
Sasquatch uses the trees, that one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Is that what it was? I didn't understand what it was
No,
referencing.
the only thing I don't know. It's like he started and didn't finish his sentence. It was
I
just.
know. I was like, what? What is he talking about? It must have been something we had been talking about at the moment, though.
It was a legitimate question. Are we talking about
a pen or a penis?
Right.
Oh.
Okay, so. Oh Jesus!
On that note, I'm not answering. Click.
I do believe that we need to set up to set up another one of these with all of us so that we can do a review of what we found.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
Definitely, I agree with that.
100%.
So one of the things
I don't know what you guys have,
very
how far out
sensitive
you guys are on your show. I don't know how far out you guys are.
Well, it doesn't really matter because we're Tuesday and you're on Monday, so.
Right. No, I'm just saying that let me look at what I've got.
Robert White says he's going to glue your hands together, Michael.
What, where, when, and how?
Robert White says, gosh darn it, I'm going to glue Mike's hands together. Welcome to my world, everybody.
Right.
What are you doing? I just want to see if this thing will 800 hours later and 25. Oops, what the hell did I do? And hey, it's good. But then you
does
and it's cool. So
does October 18th work for you guys?
No.
Probably gonna hit the wrong button.
No.
Why don't we do a special show?
Yeah, we could do it on a Wednesday.
I can't. I work Tuesday night,
right.
Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night.
We can do October 18th. What are we doing on October 18th?
Well, I might have another engagement already. That's a commitment that something impersonal I have to take care of that Michael's not thinking about right now.
No, I'm getting hot flashes.
Hence, my bare office right now. I mean,
Okay.
So, I mean, unless we did it a little later, maybe. But
well, the show
I mean, we
doesn't
can
start till
do
8.
10 o'clock as far as I'm concerned. We can do 9 o'clock. We can do. I mean,
let's talk about it Wednesday. Let's talk
okay.
about it more.
Yeah, all right, let's do that.
Because there are some things going on that I gotta make sure I'm handling.
Okay, because the only other time after that, just so that everybody's aware, unless we do a special show, which I could probably get away with on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night.
Yeah, we can't do Tuesdays.
Why?
We both have shows.
Show and she has to be on for 5 hours.
And I have like a 6.5-hour show to do.
Girl,
Can anybody do a Sunday night?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's available.
I'm trying to do my all signs on Sundays.
Your what?
My all signs readings.
Well, okay, we're boring your fans out. We will sit down over dinner and work on the calendar.
That would be good.
Yeah,
works for me.
Right.
We'll talk on Wednesday.
Yes, Doc, I got it, Doc.
Tuesdays are good, Ted.
So, all right, so that I'm gonna expect you guys Wednesday at what 6:30.
I'll say 6. I'll come out at 6.
I'm 20 minutes away. It doesn't make a difference. I'll get there when I'm told.
Yeah, I have to leave here at 5 o'clock to get there by 6 o'clock.
Oh, and I still have to find a place to stay, so it's all good.
Oh, you still do?
Oh yeah, but there's lots of places that I can.
Have you talked to Jennifer at the Avon Inn?
No, I have not.
Talk to her.
No, not like the last place he wanted to send you. The last place we sent anybody.
Oh, stop! I've spent. I'm not going to say anything.
Yep.
Oh Jesus! He said I've spent many a night in that place.
Oh yeah,
it's a great meetup spot.
We don't want to know.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
There is now,
but no, from my ears.
The only other place that I can think of is like you could probably go to Geneseo, but it's still like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm okay with driving a little bit. That's not a problem. I'll find it. I'm used to going out to that area.
Yeah,
I don't mind
that place that we do the thing in. That's in Geneseo.
Yeah, the Quality Inn.
I thought of that too. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll see what's there and what's available.
High ranked scooter.
Hey Mike, what's going on with the Bronze Bear or the place that you're?
We're not involved in that anymore.
Oh, is that gone? Somebody else owns it?
We're just not involved in it anymore. So
okay,
I just didn't know. Scooter. I said scooter. Sorry.
She got a new job, so we're not.
Oh, okay.
To them anymore.
You do know that the Fillmore Hotel has got brand new owners as well, and we do know that there's stuff going on there.
Where's that?
Don't say what that is.
In Fillmore.
In Fillmore, it's a hotel.
Smart ass.
I can't even with you guys going, it's in Fillmore.
Can all go back to Anastasia's too.
Oh yeah.
What's Anastasia's?
Oh yeah.
It's in Portageville. We did a live show from there.
A few years ago already.
It was our first live investigation show.
I would love to go someplace.
It was awesome. Yeah. Oh my god, it was so funny. My god, this shit scared out of him. Look at his face. He already knew it was coming. Oh my god, it was awesome. And it wasn't even anything, but somebody really walked in and he thought it was, but he was just, I can't even, it was so funny.
I thought everybody was in the other building and I turned and there's a face in the doorway and I'm like, what the hell?
He jumps out of the chair.
So Livonia Inn is also up for sale.
What is?
The Livonia Inn is up for sale. And that one's got haunted stories as well.
You know, we can go
to, it's in Livonia.
Go to the American too, Teddy, because I talked to the owners there and they're interested. The American.
Oh, I've already done the American, but we can go again. Yeah.
I think we should do more. This would be super fun.
I think it'd be the four of us doing more would be great.
I do too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it's a great little thing. Yeah.
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 For sure.
Because we would totally have fun with it. Just to tease Mike and get under Mike.
Hey, Cindy, then you would have to put Bonnie Swift in there somewhere.
Who?
What?
She is my oldest investigator on my team, and she's like an old.
Not supposed to reveal a lady's
hippie.
age.
I just said older.
I know.
My older investigator, pothead, like an old pothead, like not pothead, but like an old. She's very cool. Very cool. She's the one. She's the one that fell down a flight of stairs at the Fillmore Hotel, and when she landed at the bottom, she started laughing really, really loud. So we all come running, and
bless you.
And they had stripped all of the rug and the sponge that was under the rug down to the bottom, and
Bless you.
Bless you.
That's where she landed, was on top of all of it. Oh my gosh. And she was just laughing her ass off the whole time. I'm like, you could have seriously got her. She goes, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Oh, we got her. When we first took her out to a live investigation out in the woods to a location, she had never heard a deer in rutting season before.
Mm.
And all you heard on the microphone was, what the hell was that? I don't care. We're not supposed to run. Ted, get mad all you want. I'm running. And here's this lady running out of the woods. Fuck Ted. I don't care. I got the audio for that. I'll have to bring it with me and play it for you. It's hilarious.
Well, hey, at least she's running out of the woods and her partner's not leaving her in the woods.
Yeah.
I think
Sheila left you too.
Just
So
saying.
record again.
She did leave me too, but I love her more.
Yeah.
Sheila's gone to some really good places lately.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, she
Yep.
has.
And
Yeah.
she likes Wildwood, and I've never been to Wildwood.
You haven't? Oh my god.
I haven't
It's
either.
creepy.
Love Wildwood.
Is it really, Mike?
It's creepy.
I have
Don't say anything. I want to go there. These are places on my list.
Oh my
No,
god.
that's a place
You
that
need to
everybody
go.
said we're staying the night over, and by the end of the night, we're all huddled up in the middle of the floor in the living room going, we're too tired to drive. We're too tired to drive. We can't stay here. We're too tired to drive. We can't stay. And literally everybody's got their air mattresses right on top of each other. I don't know who you people are, but yeah, we're all sleeping right next to each other.
Yeah.
There's a room upstairs with a bed. Nope. Nope. Nobody's going to the doll room. Nobody's going
We
to the
tried to
doll
put
room.
Mike in the doll room that night.
No dolls ever.
I'm good to go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh no,
Let's go.
Teddy! I'm telling you, nobody would go. We couldn't get Timmy to go
Did
up
you hear
there.
that?
What was that?
That is what I would experience on a regular basis for a while when I used to use my AirPods, which is why I'm using the regular
I don't have any.
That was really
old-fashioned.
weird. That
It's
was
not
really
me.
strange that I said, hey, let's go do something. And then all of a sudden that
Yeah.
happened.
Well, kids, I just realized what time it is, and I got to be to work bright and early.
Yeah, you do.
So-
I
Yeah,
have to
well,
be
we're
at my
already-
massage
we're
bright
already
and
a
early,
half
so
hour over anyways. We're a half hour over.
I do. Well, it's actually because I fell down my basement steps, so it's one of the therapies I go for. So it's been it helps a great deal. So
I got to go watch
Yeah.
my WWE. So
And I need to
Alright.
go watch Discovery of Witches because I can't stop myself.
cool.
It's
Well,
so good.
Cindy and Teddy, thank you for letting us be on with you guys
Yes,
tonight.
thank you for putting me on the spot.
anytime.
Fun,
Anytime.
guys. Thank you.
And to your fans, we'll see everybody on Wednesday night.
Yes.
Come join us. You know,
We love you.
Yes,
Yes,
we
Guy,
love you
come-
guys too.
come and join us Wednesday
We're
night,
looking
10
forward to it.
o'clock.
It's going to be fun. All right.
And
Good
now,
night,
Mike,
everyone.
you're gonna start a feed on Where's My Sage somewhere for that night.
Yeah.
Okay,
It-
so there'll be
it'll
two
be-
live feeds. Yep.
Maybe I should do my own too.
No, let them do it because you and I need to be focused that night. They can handle it. They're used to it.
It's easy enough for us to drop them and go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You and I got to be like, as the kids say,
Well,
on point.
You guys could add mine on there, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at some point.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's easy enough. It just decide where we're going. You know,
Yeah.
this is a
Yeah,
ghost
no,
thing.
yeah.
I really don't need to go to my Bigfoot stuff. You know, and we can go grab another channel and throw it. You know.
Perfect.
We can do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
It's
Barry.
been fun.
I'm so
I
happy
needed
you
this.
guys had fun. We had fun.
Yes.
I'll see
You know, if we start
I had fun.
investigating
Yes,
more,
I did
if
too.
we all start investigating more, I'll make us some really cool T-shirts because I've got the machines and all that shit sitting here. So
Oh my God, it's going to be the Odd
The
Couple.
beauties and the beasts.
Never mind. You don't get a T-shirt.
the Odd Couple, the Odd Paranormal, no something.
What did Mike say?
Cindy laughed her butt off.
The Odd Couple. It's gonna be. He goes, "Oh my god, it's gonna be The Odd Couple."
What did Mike?
It should be
say?
The Odd Couples.
That's what
The
Mike
Odd
said.
Couples.
Oh, The Odd Couples.
Yeah, The Odd Couple.
That's
I love
funny.
it.
The Odd
right,
Couples
Al.
Investigations.
I said the beauties and the beasts. That's what I said.
I like that. I like that.
Well, we're the pretty ones, Mike.
You better not mess with the beast. That's all I got to say.
Robert, perfect.
You couldn't handle this beast.
Paranormally odd. I love
There
it.
you go. I like that.
That was good. I like that one, Robert.
Yes.
Yep.
That is a
Why
good
do
one.
they hear voices?
Wait, what did he say?
I hear voices.
Yeah.
No, I said why? Yeah, why do they hear voices?
Oh. Yeah, that's the front. Paranormally odd, and on the back in print it says, "Why do I hear voices?"
All right, guys.
All right, so we'll talk to everybody soon.
Yeah,
Cindy,
for
you
sure.
got to go. What do you got coming up this week, Cindy?
So I have Tarot Tuesday, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. No, not right here. I'm on The Psychic Cindy on YouTube or Twitch. And then Sunday I have with my friend Robert White and with our DM, which is Jason. We will be on and yes, I will be there, guys. I don't know if I told you yet that I'm going to be here on Sunday. So Sunday I will be on what is it? The Bipolar DM, and we will be playing D&D. And then also I have my live for the Tarot All Signs readings that we are doing weekly. So there we go.
All right.
And then we come back to Monday, and we have our show here with WLFE-TV.com.
The only thing I got going on is the four of us right here. You see us, the four of us. We're going to be on an investigation on Wednesday evening.
And Wednesday we'll be together.
I have nothing else planned other than work, except the 14th. The 14th, I will be at the Avon Library at 6:30 doing a lecture on the paranormal. Basically, it's just going to be more or less of what the paranormal is and what we can prove and disprove. So it's going to be that type of stuff from me. And I'll let you guys know at that point. Hopefully I'll have my schedule and where else I'll be giving lectures through the OWL network.
Bill's was paranormally challenged.
Yeah, I know. We like it.
That was cute too. I like that one.
So
I like both of them.
Mike's showing off down there.
Pretty much that's going to be it for me. And we will get together and decide on a review so that all you guys can figure out what happened after this mess tonight.
and you guys, what do you guys have coming up?
Michael?
We
Never mind.
Tomorrow night with the Housewives.
The Haunted Housewives, Carly and Tara, they are freaking hysterical. These girls are funny, witty, and you can find their show.
Where's My Sage?
Where's My Sage?
Yes. Where's My Sage? So tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right here.
Right here.
Yep. Right here.
Right here.
Wednesday night, and then I don't know. I might be popping into some other shows. There's been a pretty good scientific discovery we're working on. So
I've heard that there's been some
I can see right now. So
yeah.
Well, Mike, you're gonna have to tell me on Wednesday what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually been a lot of stuff I've heard through the grapevine lately that a lot of things have been being seen and heard that have not been seen and heard in a while. So a lot of things are moving around.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I just went to some
There was a new Mothman experience like 4 days ago.
Yep.
Well, I'm telling you, so listen, I want to tell you guys about this really quick because it's crazy. So my son and his friend went to the local elementary school and they had gotten on top of the roof. We're not even going to go there, Mike. You didn't hear that. However, we were on top of the roof and there's woods in the background. And there's woods in the background. And the boys were talking about this experience that they just had. Now, it was raining last night and stuff. And there was a couple of things that had happened. So this is what's interesting. I'm like, well, do you guys want to go? Because Jansen had said, okay, Mom, you got to come here. We got to talk about this. And I said, okay. So I went and picked up Jansen and his buddy, and we were all talking about it. And I said, well, do you guys want to go to the school? And I don't think they really wanted to go to the school, but I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
And it was still drizzly, rainy out. And
You mean like right now?
What's that? Yes.
I said like right now?
Yeah. So I start walking, and all of a sudden I can feel energy. I'm like, oh shit, I feel magic. Like I could feel an energy shift. And the weird part is I didn't say anything before I had said that part to them. My skin started getting all like, got the chills all over my whole entire body. And I felt it. And then doesn't Jansen's buddy go, I just got the chills. And Jansen said, me too. And I'm like, that's 3 for 3. I said, that's crazy that we all felt it, because it literally was like a force field that we all went through.
Mm-hmm.
So he said it, and
That's awesome.
It was crazy. We all felt something there. And
That's really cool.
that was
really
cool.
cool.
Really crazy. Yeah.
Wow. I
Yes,
just want to
guys.
put it out there too that I have a show that's going to be coming out hopefully in the next couple of months. We just finished filming.
Destination Fear, right?
No, I was
Oh,
on
something else?
Destination Fear. I wish I was. Yes, no, that was.
What is your
I
show?
was on that episode of the Statler. It's called When Darkness Falls, and
cool.
they're editing it now. It's a local group that I worked with, and we went to 2 different areas or different locations in the area.
Is it a YouTube series type thing?
Actually, it's going to be on Quasm, on the Fire Stick. It's going to be on Quasm, the old video
I don't
space.
even know what Quasm is. I've never.
Yeah,
really heard of
it's Elizabeth Saint owns it now, and
Oh.
so I worked with an Awakened Paranormal, and I joined up with them. Yep, and we did. So we do walkthroughs. We do. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Tom and Kat and Nate are really fun to work with. Sometimes Dan Class, sometimes Kevin Schmitz. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's amazing. So hopefully,
That's nice.
hoping in the next 2 months it'll be out on the first season, and then we're going to be working on hopefully looking into the second season. So
Fun.
what?
I said, God, that's bright.
Oh.
900 lumens in my left eye was not a good thing.
I am doing subliminal messages, guys. Yes, it's for you guys to buy more T-shirts. That's what it is.
Mike is too
It's
much
subliminal.
Dave Schrader, like, LOL.
Yeah.
Dave Schrader's a nice guy. We get to spend time with him.
Oh
in
my
Michigan
God,
as
he's
well.
fantastic.
He's awesome. Yeah.
He's been on here and he wouldn't leave. He just kept
Aw,
popping
that's
back
so
in.
cool.
And kept
Oh my
popping
God,
back
it was
in.
hysterical, Teddy.
Yeah,
That's
it
so
was
cool.
great.
Oh,
It
that's
was great.
good.
All right, guys. So we got to get out of
Alright.
here just so that everybody
Yep.
knows.
Mm-hmm.
Next Monday. Oops, real quick. Next Monday, I had that earlier and forgot who it was. Next Monday is.
I like seeing your face. There you go.
Yeah,
you ready?
not up your nose.
Next Monday's guest right here on Paratalk Radio, 8 p.m. is none other than Genevieve.
Oh, cool.
Kelly, Andrews Kelly, that would be here with us. So Genevieve from the Creepy Parlor. She is going to be with us.
Very cool.
Next Monday at 8 o'clock. So
Fun. Yay, Genevieve.
yeah, because her show is off right now. She's working way too much, but we were able to. It's on a
Snag her.
hiatus right now, but we were able to snag her and get her in, so we could talk about
good.
that. And
I love her.
and a
Fun.
lot
All right.
too.
She does
I
such
gotta
great-
run, so I'll catch everybody later.
Bye,
All right,
Michael.
guys.
Bye.
All right, bye, Mike.
Sweet dreams.
All right, guys. So don't forget, Cindy. You know what time it is.
I
so,
do.
You do?
Bye,
Okay,
Christy.
guys.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, Christy. Wherever there is darkness, there is always.
Della.
Thank you for listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy. Catch us next Monday for another fantastic guest. Please check out our show as well as others on the WLFE DB Radio Network. And remember, like, follow, and share with everyone.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.
Hi. That was so
Hi.
fun.